Yo, what's up to everybody that's tuning in? We want to thank you guys for checking us out, man. We're about to get this little old party started real soon. We got a great show lined up for you guys, man. We're going to be talking about the brother who found out after 9 months that the woman that dropped off, who just left them abandoned, he was raising a little old 9 month old baby, only to come to find out that it's not even his little old baby. So that was real fucked up. We're gonna jump into
It wasn't the pack.
we're gonna jump into the dude who was also uh, in DeSoto who died. They didn't find his goddamn body for 3 years later. And so we want to know, how is it that somebody could pass away? Nobody heard from a brother, and ain't nobody questioned and find out what he had, only to discover that his body was dead in his apartment for 3 damn years. Folks still got questions about that. We're gonna jump into one of my little old Facebook statuses. I seen a young lady post uh, a conversation that her and the student had, and she wore a AKA T-shirt. Well, then, make a long story short, she takes the shirt from her, tell her that that's not something you should be wearing, and I'm gonna get you a better shirt. But see, my question is I wonder, was that the appropriate thing to do? We're in a fraternity, and
Mm.
and I really
I got
want to get
answers. I
into
got answers.
how you feel about it, how everybody's gonna feel about it, and then we're gonna jump into Robert Kraft.
Yeah.
There's some audio that's finally been released about the brother, well, the owner of the Patriots, right? Robert Kraft, the
Yeah.
Patriots,
Yeah.
and he was basically talking about Donald Trump and his approach about the whole bill and his thoughts about it. Uh, and so again, we got a great show lined up for you guys. Let me go on and get this little party started, man. Let me see right here. So let's go on. Hey, listen, want to welcome everybody to the Petty Crew podcast radio show. Want to thank everybody for tuning in the building. I got my co-host B Rock. What's good, B?
What's good? What's good? Y'all know what it is, man. B Rock in the house, man. Shout out to everybody that I ran into, the Petty Crew fans that I ran into at the Margarita Ball last night, man. It was off the chain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Margarita Ball was real last night.
Hey, can you let everybody know a little bit about the Margarita Ball, because everybody see the pictures, everybody
Right.
see
Everybody thinks
a
that it's
good
just
time,
oh
everybody
man, y'all
dancing,
just
but
got to dress up, but all of those proceeds, man, go to charity and giving back to kids who are in need, man. So when we posted our pictures, yeah, it was pictures of us dressed up and stuff, but it was also pictures of the money that they were giving the kids that were in need or didn't have anything for the holidays. The presents, man. I mean, thousands upon thousands of presents, unwrapped toys that are going to be gifted to kids that don't have or don't have somebody there for them. So yes, it's a good time. We dress up, we go in there, we party and so on and so forth. But it is truly partying for a purpose. It
okay.
really is.
Yeah, so again, man, check out the Margarita Ball again. At the end of the day, it is for a good cause. And if I'm not mistaken, it is in association with Children's Hospital, correct?
Correct. Correct.
So I've never been able to attend, because I don't really pay attention to it. I always miss it and everything.
But like, damn, it's this weekend.
Yeah, but me and the good doctor are gonna definitely have to check out the Margarita Ball. Don't be surprised if you find the Petty Crew radio show is sponsoring something. Because I know that they got tiers a
Oh yeah,
sponsorship.
absolutely.
And so, you know how we do it. We want to put our brand out there as much as possible.
Indeed.
And so we will definitely be in the building one way or the other. So you definitely gonna have to keep us,
I'll let you. Oh,
abreast
absolutely.
of what's going
Because
on.
y'all know I'm good for a party. So
Yeah, B Rock is good for a party, man. And so
like, where were you at this weekend?
yeah. So with that being said, man, thank you for being here today. We're gonna hold it down for our co-hosts in their absence. The good doctor, she is in Florida. Her aunt passed away, so we want to send condolences to her family. We also want to wish her safe travel back. Roz is
Sick.
Roz is sick. She's not feeling well, and so we definitely want to hope that she gets better. But with that being said, man, B&B Rock, the brothers are in the building. We go hold the show down over the next 2 hours. So listen, uh, make sure you tune in. You can, if you're watching us on your streaming platform, be it Twitter, Periscope, or YouTube, please leave a comment. Go to our YouTube page, and how about you hit that subscribe button, and that way you can be notified every Sunday when we're about to go live. What you think about that?
Hey man, y'all know what to do, man. Like, subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. Y'all check us out, man. I mean, we got some great content. You'll love what you hear. Just make sure you hit all those buttons. Follow, like, subscribe, get those notifications.
Oh yeah. So with that being said, with these great topics, we do have a great show lined up for you guys today. And here are some of the things that we're going to jump into and we're going to tackle in today's show. Listen, WFAA wrote a story where they were talking about the Navy veteran who was found in his apartment had been dead for 3 years. The medical examiner said. So we go jump into that conversation. We also go jump into the dad who finds out he's not the father of a baby he's been raising for 9 months.
Right.
So we definitely go jump into that conversation. Again, on my social media page,
That's tough.
a young lady talks about the situation that came about from one of her students who was wearing a sorority shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And we go jump into that conversation because I want to know what B think about it, because I know how I thought about it after reading the conversation.
Right.
And being that me and B are in a fraternal order ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
we are Prince Hall Masons, and we see that a lot as well.
Yeah.
We go jump into that conversation. We also go jump into sports, and we're gonna talk about Robert Kraft. And this was reported by TMZ, who says Robert Kraft ripped Trump over NFL kneelers in a newly uncovered audio. And also in our relationship segment, we're gonna jump into Lonnie Love says so many of our sisters are lonely. She tears up telling black women not to be afraid to take chances. So we have a great show lined up, as you can see. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on and jump into uh, locally here in Dallas, Texas. But this was in a suburb of Dallas, Texas. And this was what happened in DeSoto, Texas. So a Navy veteran was found dead in his apartment, and the medical examiner had determined that he was dead for 3 years. It says the family of a man found dead in DeSoto apartment last week is stricken with grief and plagued with multiple questions. A medical examiner determined that Ronald Wayne White, had been dead in the apartment for approximately 3 years.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
His mother weighs in and says, my son would call me at least twice a month. His mom, Doris Stevens, told WFAA, he would call me from Egypt. He would call me from Philippines. He would call me right from Dallas, she said. But 3 years ago, the phone call stopped. Stevens, who lived in Long Island, New York, said she became suspicious when she couldn't reach him on his birthday in April of 2017. The story goes on to say that the DeSoto police said the apartment complex was investigating multiple units where it appears tenants were not using water. Some were rented but empty. But when they had to force the bottle door open at unit 1320, they found Ronald White dead on the kitchen floor. The medical examiner confirmed he died approximately 3 years ago. B, talk to me.
Bruh, there's some questions I got about him, but I'll get to that in a second. don't understand what the. I know the mom said she used to hear from him from all these places, and then the call stopped. Um, and she was saying that they didn't have the money for a private investigator. But isn't that just a matter of filing a missing person's report? You can do that. You can request a health and wellness check at whatever the last known address was to at least see if they are still in that place. Yes, you can, and I know for a fact you can do that because that's how that young lady in Fort Worth ended up getting killed because somebody called in for a health and wellness check.
Well,
So,
well, what they said was that she did do that, and what they told her was that
you need a
because
private investigator, which is not true.
what they said was because the way he worked and the way he traveled with his work was that he was an adult and that they were just not, he's really not missing, being that the line of work he in causes him to be in different places. And so, where I understand where you're coming from, I guess for me, my bigger question is, why nobody checked on you?
That was gonna go to my second.
Like I got questions
about him.
I don't.
I want to. What the fuck?
Listen, if you don't see me on Facebook after 2 days, you need to be reaching out.
That's what I'm saying. Again, these will go into the questions I had about him. I want to know what bro does, man. Is he like, 007 or some shit? Like, what does this dude do?
Well,
for people, for that not to, all right, for the police to say, you know what, it's not out of the norm because he's just gone. For him to have an apartment that nobody knows about, on top of another apartment that people do know about, for his vehicle to be sitting there collecting dust, and people like, oh yeah, that's just that guy. For people to not pay attention to that particular apartment or traffic because it's like, oh, that's just that guy. Who is this motherfucker? Hey, you know what? He might not be dead. That might have been a plant. He might have disappeared.
I don't know. I mean,
bruh,
everything about this story is
he's a super spy or something, man.
Yeah, everything about this story is a little crazy because, it leaves you wondering,
who the fuck is this guy? Or who is anybody around us?
Right. Well, who is he? I'm still just trying to wrap my head around this whole notion that nobody checked on this brother.
No, you mean in the apartment?
Well, I don't expect nobody from the apartment to check on him.
Well, and that's just it.
I mean,
they did check on him. Remember, the mama she didn't in the interview or whatever, they reported that the mother didn't know about the address he was found dead. She knew about another spot. The spot that she asked for them to check was the address she had. She didn't have the address where he was
in DeSoto.
Right. So she didn't even know he had a DeSoto apartment. And so that's why I'm like, who is this dude, man?
Well, he was single.
Who is this dude?
Ain't no telling, what he had going on because, everybody else had all the other addresses, but
not
this
them.
apartment. But I mean, then too, let's think about it. He might have been a brother who just wanted to get away, didn't want to be bothered,
That sounds good to you. Slumped over in the kitchen.
Yeah, and the article goes on to say that he died from diabetes.
Right. It wasn't. They said he had some diabetes medication there. But man, maybe I just get off on the whole conspiracy theory shit. But
so you think he was somebody who?
I think he was somebody that he disappeared, and so that body that they found. That wasn't him, man.
I don't know.
He done played the medication there.
Listen, ain't no telling.
He's somewhere in Aruba with Tupac.
Wow. Hey, he might be because again, everything about this story leaves you with
wanting to know more about him.
Questions.
Yeah, I want to know about him.
Why is it that nobody? Now,
I can't be nobody for 3 years and people be like,
"Damn, I'll let. How about the smell? A dude decomposed for 3 years, and it says that 2 years ago somebody did say something or complain about a smell. But let's think about it. Come on, man. We know when a dead animal is dying and it's right.
I'd like to believe something. Right, it's real loud. Now, the owner of the apartment said it was a perfect storm. He was saying that he had a corner unit upstairs. And then he goes on to say it was a little shameless plug for him. He said the walls are well insulated, so with him being in the corner, you probably wouldn't get a smell on the apartment on the side or the one underneath. But that's hard for me to believe. A body can be decomposed and then you don't smell that.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I said it was a shameless
Listen.
plug for him. He sold that, said, hey, you know, he can use it as a cell. Hey,
Now-
y'all come stay here. Our walls are so insulated, you can die in the motherfucker.
Now, I used to live in DeSoto. First of all, there ain't that many apartments in DeSoto.
No.
And if they are those small,
Not
the
this.
small-
Yeah.
small units. You know, it might be maybe 100 apartments, if that.
Right.
But they're small because DeSoto basically
The
have houses.
houses.
So you live in DeSoto, 9 times out of 10,
You got a
you
house.
in a house. Like I said, I lived in DeSoto 5 years, and I can only count on maybe one hand how many so-called apartment complexes are there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just not that many. So, you know, it leaves folks to wondering, you know, like you said, who was this brother?
Yeah.
You're going to have folks out there with, you know, the conspiracy theories saying,
Me, I'm folks.
You know,
I'm folks.
something else is going on other than what, you know, what they think.
Right, right.
And maybe it might be, who knows, you know, this is what did they call it, a open investigation, just now breaking. This just only happened last week when we find out about it.
It's gonna
And
be
so-
open and shut.
Yeah, and like I said, man, you know, my big thing is, and what I wanted to take from it and really jump into was, how much do people care about you? You know,
As much as you allow them to. Because it don't seem like he really allowed people to. He kept people exactly where they wanted to be for them to not think that him not being around wasn't.
and he also made folks believe that he was, because of his work, he was always gone. So
Yeah.
folks kind of figured out, well,
He might
I can't hear them. Shit,
All right,
it's-
you got certain people. You probably got them. I probably have. Well, I know I have them. There's certain people where if you don't hear from them, it's strange. And then other people that like, if you know, if you do or you don't, it's like they'll pop up.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
listen, I'm telling you straight up. If you don't see me on social media,
In 48 hours,
listen, in 2 days, you need to hit me up.
like yo, you good?
I'm just saying, I've been on there, you know, I'm on there every day. Clues will go pop up that something ain't right. Let me go on and check on.
Right.
And I'm just saying, I want somebody to check on me because
Right.
it's sad that this brother died and nobody knew. It's sad that wherever he was in his situation, he didn't reach
He
out to
had
nobody.
nobody.
You know what I'm saying? And here it is, 3 years later, you are found dead.
Right.
Let's just think about that.
In the most apparently the most well insulated apartments in the world. That smell had to get out there.
I don't care what nobody say, man. At the end of the day, you should have smelled something. Now, I get people leave cars. Hell, I got a guy at my job. That dude drive 2 cars to work. He got one parked at the job, and he drive another car to work.
And he rotate.
Listen, I guess so. So, but these are the type of stories that you only see in the news. I mean, in stories,
Right.
in
That
movies.
shit, right. You're like, man, that ain't real life.
Yeah, like
it's real life.
it's real life now. And so, you know, man, listen, check on your folks.
Yeah.
I tell my son the same way I tell my wife, the good doctor. One, don't leave nowhere without your driver's license, your ID. That and I carry my license and social security card because you don't know if something happened to you. Let me leave the home and I forget my wallet. We on our way to church one Sunday morning. I'm like, oh shit, I ain't got my wallet.
We're gonna be late today.
It's just your wallet, yeah. But see, if something happens, who go check and know it's me?
Mm-hmm.
Now I used to wear a band around my wrist.
Mm-hmm.
They are called Road ID or something like that. What it is, these bands that runners use, because I was in like 5K or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know how when you go to these events, they give you these packets and all this different stuff.
Yeah.
And so I ordered one because it was so dope, because if you're running and something happens,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they can look at your wrist and you can put any information on it. I have my name, my
Blood
parents'
type,
telephone
shit like
number,
that.
that I'm a Prince Hall Mason. So You can reach out to everybody you can reach out to if something was ever to happen to me. You know, I drive trucks for a living. Well, what if something happened on the road to where
And you in the
I
middle
can't
of
reach?
no goddamn
Yeah,
where.
I can't reach out to nobody. You know, something might happen. I might pass out, whatever. Somebody can come to me, look at my body, look at my wrist, and say, "Well, oh, this is who we need to contact. This is who this brother is."
Right.
And it's no different than we telling you guys out there. Listen, I get the seclusion. I get you want to be by yourself sometimes. You don't want to be bothered. But in the end, that brother paid the ultimate cost because he didn't have anybody close to him that could have probably saved his life.
Right.
That could have probably called 911 and we wouldn't be talking about you being dead 3 years later.
Or yeah, I mean, eliminating that stress of his mama just wondering, alright, is he gone or is he gone?
And we ain't even looking at it from mama's standpoint. She just said, I ain't heard from him in 3 years.
Right. But again, it goes back to that dude. Mama knows where if I ain't heard from this one in 3 years, 3 days, where your ass at? But if I ain't heard from this one in 3 years, he could be gone or he could be gone.
Right.
And it's normal for her. So who is this dude, man? Mama had
whoever he is.
Agent 00 Negro.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. And again, everybody's gonna have their conspiracy theories. Everybody go think about it because again, at the end of the day, it leaves you with questions of how in the hell your body can go undetected for 3 years. And again, if the incident in the apartments never would have happened, this dude would have spent his life in a damn apartment. Yeah. Now the next question, because it's a million of them. So y'all don't do pet. What do you call it where they spray the stuff?
Pest control.
Pest control. Come on now.
What?
Ain't nobody checking apartments.
Right, but ain't nobody checking apartments. He wasn't using water, whatever. I figure if they ain't getting no complaints, ain't no need to go there. But I still go back to who this dude is. I want to know who this dude is. Because you telling me, if he's prior service, he made a set amount of money. So he didn't make enough money in the military to justify the lifestyle. I got 2 apartments.
Mm-hmm.
I got one that people don't even know about that's on an automatic bank draft. I got enough money booked up to where you can take my rent out for 3 years. Every month.
Every month.
I ain't missing.
And ain't nobody
every
gonna
bill.
question nothing.
I got 3 years worth of money stacked up to pay every bill. Renew everything.
On auto payment.
On auto payment.
Say he was making some bread.
He was making some bread. What I'm saying is,
come on,
this dude he's not a regular guy. I don't know who this motherfucker is.
Listen, in the military is probably not gonna even let us know.
Hell no,
who he
man.
really
Super
was.
spy, man.
Because whatever he was doing,
he was getting
some money.
Yeah, man.
Listen, my shit ain't even no auto. No, I'm gonna pay you monthly. I see when I just trying to pay, and I pay in I don't go to my office to pay. I pay auto.
Yeah.
But it ain't set on auto.
Right.
No, what I do is I set it myself.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't on auto.
Right.
I might need $10.
Right.
No, I will pay that myself with my
your
card.
payment might be short.
Yeah.
So that my payment can last.
Yeah, come on, man. No, I'm not gonna do that. But so, man, listen, check in with your folks, man. You don't want to be this brother who's in an apartment by themselves and somebody's just now discovering you 3 years later.
Unless you're a super spy, then you want to plan all of this stuff.
Right.
Yeah, because he gave you the blueprint of what to do.
Yeah, he gave you. I mean, because again, we don't even really know if that's his body.
That ain't him, man. He came in there, he sprayed some of that decomposition spray to make up for the story, so somebody.
This is more mission.
I can play.
This is a Mission Impossible type of shit.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, Bourne Identity.
There you go, some Jason Bourne shit.
Yes, sir.
They're gonna make a movie about this dude. Watch.
Listen, and we also let's go and jump into this brother who found out after 9 months that the little boy he been raising, who he thought was his son, was not his son. It says dad finds out he's not father of baby he raised alone for 9 months. A dad has been left heartbroken after he was ordered by the court to return the baby he's raised without his mother for 9 months to the biological dad. The baby, who was abandoned by his mother at 1 month, was raised as his own son for the past 9 months, only for him to find out he was not the baby's biological father and now has to return him. The story goes on to say that this is no doubt, he says, this is no doubt my favorite picture. And what it is you can find this on Instagram.
Yeah.
And he basically lays out how, the mother basically just left.
Yeah.
And, the son, the little boy was 1 month old. And his family, his friends have been helping him raise this little boy. Now, unless I missed it in the story of how he found out that he was not the father, because the article really doesn't say that.
Well, it was well, you could assume that it was DNA testing done. I wanted to know who initiated it. Did the mother pop up and say, "Oh, we need to get a DNA test," or was one performed, from the other dude's side who knew she was pregnant and wanted to, find out? I don't know who initiated the investigation, but it was found out that he wasn't the biological father. Another dude was, and he wanted his son.
Well, because the story that we're talking about and coming from was basically everything he had posted on his Instagram. And so, like you said, what we don't know is how it all began to where he had to take a paternity test in the first place.
Right.
But one can only assume that, and I believe maybe the mother tried to get back in the picture. Let's paint this picture, because first of all, the dude out the blue ain't gonna initiate nobody's paternity test. It's just not gonna happen. So more than likely, and what I mean by that is, so if you messing with a chick, right, and you stop fucking around with her, you go on with your life. Now, if you don't know if she was ever pregnant or not.
But see, that's why that's where I come in on that one, because the dude said that the other father was excited about having his child. So this is the narrative that I'm painting when he saw that. You got a chick that's pregnant, and she done told both dudes that you the daddy. So both dudes is equally excited. She might have got mad at when she had the baby, so she told dude on the right, "This your baby." Then she started feeling guilty and dipped. And he's raising the baby. She over here, after she done dipped and got conscious about herself, she can't go back to the nigga she left. So she goes back to the first dude and says, "Hey, this is what happened, and why I left and disappeared, and I lied and told this dude that he was the baby's daddy, but I know you are. So now he wants the baby." You know what I'm saying? It's the chick, man.
It's one of those things, because, that's one scenario. How I was looking at it was, she leaves, so now
leaves who?
She leaves the dude she's with now, because remember, he goes on to raise the baby. So they're together in a relationship. Girl A is in a relationship with boy A.
Yeah.
Now, she has a baby that he thinks is his.
Right.
Now, she leaves him, which just is no different than if I had a child. I'm fucking with a chick, and she leaves me with our baby.
Right.
So this brother believes
it's his baby.
This is our baby that you walked out of.
Girl A, and boy A.
In a relationship, they got a baby. She walks away. Now, what I think happened is that she tried to come back and be a part of the child life. And you know how we do it. Nah, you been gone. I'm good. Somebody happened, an argument or something. And then what if she turns around and tells him, "That's why this ain't your baby anyway."
Right, which means that there's a boy B that's been there the whole time.
So, right, and so now, okay, well, who could it be then if it's not mine? Now, I could see boy A taking the paternity test. and then
finding out that there was a boy B.
right, that this is not my baby. Okay, now naturally boy B has to take the paternity test.
Right.
Because he got to take it now. Because see, now she probably said to him all along, that's your baby over there.
Right.
Being messy in a bit.
Right.
No, that's your baby over there that another man is taking care of.
Right.
So now, like I said, he got to take the paternity test. So both men take the paternity test, and he finds out that it's not, boy A finds out it's not his.
Mm-hmm.
Now the court said, because as the story goes, is that the court says now you have to turn over this baby that you thought was yours
to this
boy
nigga
B,
over here,
who ain't been in his life. And then what's
but he wanna be.
Right. But then what's heartbreaking is that he said, well, when I give him back to this man, he will be, this little boy will be 10 months on the dot.
Yeah.
And it's sad, but what's so trifling is that I've come to the conclusion being, it ain't nothing but men talking right now. Ain't no ladies in this bitch. So we can talk our shit.
There you go.
I'm going to put this out here and you can agree with me and you don't. I don't see, let me not say this because me and my mom, but we had a back and forth at my parents' crib this past weekend. I made the statement that even the nicest women, the ones that seem like they got it together, I told my mom, I said, shit, guess what? They were full of shit too. And I've come to realize, because the conversation come about because my son was like, Daddy, your requirement must, the number one requirement must be that they must be crazy. I was like, what? So it led into a whole different conversation with relationships and everything. And I'm like, I just really believe that women are just as freaking shitty as men.
Absolutely.
I really believe that. I don't care for how good you make yourself look, from hood rat to high class. I just think now, let me not say our women, because see, my mama, when I said, I tell my mom, I say, women don't hold themselves accountable for shit. And I just told my mom, I say,
no, they don't.
I'm like, now you might say you do.
Right.
I say, but y'all, the ones that you name would be the exception. Y'all wouldn't be in. I believe most women don't hold themselves accountable for the bullshit that they do. This was foul on so many levels, man.
Man.
And then women wonder why we not so quick to settle down. Like men don't experience bullshit women as well. And then you wondering why we so iffy on why we want to settle down with you. Because for me, I know I done dated them all. I told my wife straight up, listen, I done dated them hood rat. I done dated women who are in politics. I done dated models. I done fuck with them all. So it don't matter if you at the bottom of a totem pole or if you at the top of that bitch. What I do know is everywhere in between that, it's been something.
Some bullshit.
It's been some bullshit.
Right.
The more educated, I say the more shit I got. I mean, I'm just saying, and I'm like,
I won't say it's more shit
as
much as I would. It's different shit. You know what I'm saying? It's
all
what
you mean by
shit. What I mean, all right. So you know, with my high society shit back in the day, you know, you got to deal with the whole dog and pony show. This shit got to look like this, look like that. We got to put on airs and shit like that. It was still bullshit. And then my old, you know, little old hood rat chick who didn't give a shit about nothing but hot sauce and spicy Cheetos had her own little bullshit too, where you know you got the wrong motherfuckers around,
right?
You know, wanting to come in your shit, knowing where you stay. Man, you know, it's just different shit. It all level out to me, man.
Man, come on, dude.
And you just flushing it all down. Anyway.
This chick is every type of trash. And the thing about it is we report these stories, but some dude outside of this story is living this shit.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Dudes, alright, it's both of them. And I'm telling you, that chick is on the back end of dude B saying, hey, go get our baby. I bet you they together now.
Maybe.
She got that snapback.
No, I don't know.
She got this.
I don't know. No, maybe she just old trifling ass. Cause see, we don't.
I mean,
I would like to know who she is. I want to know a little bit about her.
I know you said she's trifling, and I agree. She is trifling, but you can't be trifling and have bad pussy and get results. Is all I'm saying. She's getting results.
What's the result? I mean, the baby.
She got.
That mean that them niggas. No, them niggas are busting raw, and she's more trifling because. Not only she having sex with the dude she was supposed to be with raw, then the second dude, and what's so crazy, because see, the second dude might be the main dude. I mean, not main dude, but like somebody you was dating, you moved on, or whatever y'all had going on. You was fucking both of them around the same time.
And I agree with that.
Come on.
But most cats in average situations will be like, I don't want no parts of this baby. Bitch, that's you being the jump off. You take care of this baby. You got too many. All right, think about the narrative. Women are the ones who are always taking care of the baby, and this, that, and the other. Niggas ain't shit, right?
Right.
In this scenario, you got two dudes fighting over a baby that they both was obviously fucking about 10 months prior.
Yeah.
So, what kind of pussy she got? It's made out of fucking gold or something. Because you got two niggas fighting over a baby that, come on, from a thought, man.
That bitch is a thought. I'm sorry. We don't know nothing about your little lady.
Thoughtless pride.
But at the end of the day, you ain't shit in my book, and that's from Boss Hog. You ain't nothing. And that's just any woman.
I approve this message.
Yeah, listen. That's any woman. And sadly, I ain't gonna lie, man. We having men talk, man. You know, for a lot of us, when we experience these type of relationships, it makes us hesitant to move on.
Bro, I had that happen to me, man, in high school. I won't name no names, so if you're watching, don't get scared. I'm not gonna say your name, but I had.
This the Pretty Cool Radio Show. You can say what you want to say.
Yeah, you know, just maybe one day.
She might not be listening anyway. Ain't nobody paying attention to
her. Man,
but I heard you talk.
I had one man that I was busting down in high school, and she took me 8 months thinking that she was having my baby. You know, oh, yo, I'm pregnant with your baby, so on and so forth. You know, I'm a young cat. I'm getting, on the regular. I'm like, oh shit, I guess this is my baby. And I finally get to the point where it's like, all right, I gotta tell my parents, you know, because I'm at home. I'm 15 years old. I'm trying to hide this shit. I'm not thinking it through. So I go to tell my parents, hey, yo, you know, this girl pregnant. Oh, really? She pregnant, huh? Yeah, she pregnant. With your baby? Yeah. I don't know what my parents knew. If they knew her, they was like, that ain't your motherfucking baby. Like, how the fuck you know? Y'all didn't see us doing that. Nah, that ain't your baby. Watch this. They called her, her mama, say, hey, you know what? We need a DNA test. If that's my son's baby, we got y'all $100,000. We just don't believe that this is his baby. What you trying to say? You calling my daughter a hoe? Said, hey, we ain't calling water or wine. We just said that that ain't my son's baby. And so we gonna take a DNA test. And apparently they hung up with my parents. And the next thing you know, she was saying that the baby was another dude.
Listen, I got another story for you. So I'm off in college, and I am still fooling around with my high school girlfriend. I'm at Navarro College.
No, don't feel. You look like you feel bad about that.
I'm at Navarro College. She's at PV, and even though we, you know, a lot of folks don't know it. Man, we keep it 100 on this show. She was the first young lady to be pregnant by me in high school. Mm-hmm. And my thing was back, you know how it is in high school. I'm like, man, fuck all that. Listen, I ain't trying to have no baby. I'm trying to go off to college. I'm going to play ball, football. Hell no. Nah. She didn't want no baby because at the end of the day, she played in the band. Mm-hmm. I want to go off to school. You know how it is. PV. I don't give a damn what black school. You know, band is live. Right. That's a whole other show. So fast forward, man. We end up not keeping the baby. Y'all can put two and two together. In other words, we had a fucking abortion. Now, fast forward, we out in school. My teacher wouldn't let me go to PV. Oh, Alicia there? So I don't mind saying that. Oh, Alicia going to PV?
Shit.
Nah, you ain't going to no PV. I'm like, say, you know me, I'm black. I want to go to HBCU. I want to all that shit. Nah, you ain't going there. We good. So I went to Navarro, which is in Corsicana, Texas. It ain't shit in Corsicana, Texas.
But Navarro.
All you do is playing sports and books. That's all they got in Navarro. Sports and books. You doing one of the two. Set up her, man. We the connected. You know, we still fucking around even though we went out to school, separate schools.
Of course.
So she's traveling to Navarro.
And you travel occasionally.
Now I can drive that way because at Navarro you couldn't be a freshman and have your car. You know, some colleges like that.
Yeah,
you know, you can't bring a car. Now, it wasn't that I didn't have a car. You just couldn't have it on campus. You couldn't be a freshman and bring a car. So in any case, we going back and forth. She coming. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We doing what we do.
Right.
She spending the weekend. Fast forward, she tells me I'm pregnant. Okay. And I'm like, what? Now, mind you, we've been here before because this is my motherfucking high school girlfriend. So I'm like,
again?
Whoa, wait. She's like, well, you know, I can't keep it in woo. And I said, you know what? Oh, you got me fucked up this time. Because, see, I'm not stupid. I'm here in Navarro. You at PV.
Right.
That's a HBCU. I know how these HBCUs get down because I wanted to go to Southern and had a cat out of Southern say, player, you wasn't going to be ready for Southern. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't give a fuck if you was going to play football or whatever. You wasn't going to be ready for what's at Southern. That is a whole different land of rounds. He said your mind would have been blown. Yeah, you wouldn't be ready. So I know what it is. You and PV in the band, you away from me.
Right.
Listen, you ain't around the corner the way you were when we was in high school.
Right.
But we lived around the corner from each other. So we saw each other every day.
Exactly.
But see, you at school every day. I catch up with you maybe every 2 weeks or something.
Right.
You go drive her. You know what I'm saying?
For some nostalgia.
Yeah. We ain't together. We not boyfriend and girlfriend. We just
fuck on the side.
We just doing what we doing because we got a history.
Right.
So no, I'm like, nah, what we gonna do is we finna ride this thing out. I just told her straight up, because see, what I'm not finna do is I ain't finna go back to my T-John and be like, hey, you know what, Alicia pregnant, so
can you help your boy out?
Man, please, my mom would probably try to break a nigga neck. She wanted to fight me the first time she found out she was pregnant. Man, my daddy had to hold her back. I was literally coming from driver's ed, serious. Walked in the door, her sister then came to the house and talked like, you a funky bitch. You had to tell myself, we hiding the shit.
Right. You can give me the heads up.
Come on, man.
Let me prepare for this.
So again, now we're in school. I said, nah, play. We gonna ride this thing out. No, I can't do it. You off at school. I don't know who you fucking with. You ain't my girl. Everything's really for a game.
Right.
Fast forward out the blue. I ain't told my T-John shit. I ain't said nothing to her.
I ain't lost no bread.
Listen, ain't spend no money. So now it's time for her to have this baby. I called my T-John. We just happened to be home. I don't know if it was a fucking break or some shit. We happened to be at home. I said, Mom, I'm finna go to the hospital. Who pregnant? I said, Alicia. My T-John didn't say shit. I just jumped my ass up because it was early in the morning, about 2 or 3 in the morning. I just jumped up, drove to the hospital. So here it is, me and my, what I call throwback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the hospital. I'm the only dude there. No family came from her. Mama and them, sister and them. Wrote this thing out with her ass. Helping her deliver a fucking baby. And so something inside of me was like, something ain't right about this. I'm holding them. And I'm like, man, something ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, So I finally came to her and told her maybe about 2 or 3 days later, I said, say, man, I want a paternity test. I don't think this is my baby. First of all, you know, now y'all seen Silver. Silver, you know, he come out
Yeah.
super white as fuck. So it ain't far fetched that a baby will come out super bright or whatever.
Yeah.
But he had
But there's
different
a lot
little.
of black babies.
Yeah, you know,
see-
so it was like, well, but it just something inside of me didn't feel that when I'm holding this little boy. And I just told her she was mad and she's sitting there, you know. Now the only thing I done bought
Did she cry?
Nah, she didn't
cry.
cry though. She didn't cry, but she looked at me crazy as fuck. She was like, she mad and shit. Cause the only thing I done bought really was a car seat and shit. Cause you know you gotta have a car seat to go home.
Man,
So I ain't invested like that.
Right.
You know.
You know, just chalk that up as a gift. From
Yeah.
my
I ain't like that. So cause I'm like, you know what, baby, gotta get home.
Yeah.
I guess she tell her mama and them they mad and shit. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Like they ain't fuck with me no way.
You ain't. They cool, but they were old. Like they were old. You know what I'm saying? Like I be telling the good doctor, man, listen, I'm done because by the time we graduate, I ain't trying to be like her goddamn parents were.
Right.
70, 80, and then you got hell nah.
Right.
Come to find out, she tells me maybe about 3 days later. She said, you know what? You ain't even got to worry about it. I said, well, what you mean? Well, then she gone on to tell me she fucking at PV too.
No, I mean, but you already knew that.
Yeah. So I'm
she
like,
in the band at PV.
come on, man. I'm like, well,
She catching something.
I'm like,
Other than some notes.
Yeah. Yeah, she catching the
Some
D.
wood.
Yeah. The boom. Whatever the hell they call. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting up here like, wait, whoa. Okay, hold up. So this nigga couldn't be here for you to deliver your baby. I'm in this bitch with you. My mama that came up. Now let's backtrack. My mama that came up there later. You know, it ain't like my T John gonna be all on some bullshit. She come up there to see the baby and all that. And she looking. Our parents and them come up. Oh, he look just like you. That's why I hate hearing that shit. I hate hearing that type of shit. Oh, no, he don't. Baby don't look like nobody when they first come out. Don't tell me. Baby don't look like nobody. Oh, he look just like you. No, he don't. Babies don't look like nobody when they first come
But you
out.
always hear it though, man. Cause
You heard that shit to
when
sound good.
when my oldest daughter was born, my mama, yeah, that's your baby. Look at it.
I wish somebody would tell me I heard that shit when it comes to Silver. I'd be like, no, he don't.
That babies don't look like nobody.
No, they don't look like nobody.
They have characteristics, man. They kinda.
Maybe after a month.
I
Maybe
think they
after a month.
based it off of the shit that they saw when you were small. Cause alright,
Because
like
the good doctor
my
said me, your mama said you was just as white as him and all that. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about all that. I'm hell. Maya come out like a goddamn
just a little jaundice.
white.
I was just a little jaundice. You gotta sit in the window and flip it over.
I don't even want to hear none of that shit. Listen, don't tell me nobody look like nobody to after 4 months, maybe 5 at the most. But after gate, oh, he look just like you. No, he don't. Because I already know.
He said, no, that nigga got no teeth.
Yeah. Nose ain't got the forming all the way.
Head ain't settled in.
Yeah, head ain't
got
where.
not over here.
Come on, man.
Got.
Head ain't where it's gonna be. And you are telling me that this baby look like somebody? Nah, we good.
That baby don't look like nobody.
I check out my baby.
That sound like a t-shirt. Hashtag babies don't look like nobody.
Yeah, babies don't look
I'm
like
start
nobody.
doing. I'm going on baby pictures today on Instagram.
You're a fool. But I'm just
I'm
saying.
gonna troll everybody.
But the reason why I say that is because as somebody who's experienced that. See, you know, I guess the cool thing about our show is experiences.
Yeah.
And for me, I have them. I see because just like this brother here in this story.
Right.
Now, the only difference is that I wasn't invested to the point to where I'm getting this baby, I'm spending money, I'm doing all this to find out.
Right.
I said I wanted a maternity test that changed.
Feel right.
Right. It changed everything.
So you wouldn't even have baby. For you, it wasn't about how the baby even looked.
Hell no.
It was like
no, you know,
feel right.
on some real shit. It was just
look at the baby like
I just didn't feel the shit. I was like, because at the end of the day, a nigga know the game.
Yeah.
You in another school. You ain't really with me. It ain't like when I went out to college. We was doing it when I went out to college.
Right.
Like no, it was like, well, fuck it. You know, we still communicate.
Yeah.
We drive to Navarro. Okay.
Right. For some like I said, for some familiar,
Yeah.
some nostalgia.
Yeah. So you fucking with who you fucking with there.
And hell, you probably fucking with who you fucking with in Navarro.
I can't. Now this is why I can't drop names and do all that. See, I really would, because I actually had a girlfriend.
In Navarro?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
But she wasn't in Navarro though.
Oh shit.
She was at another school.
Oh.
So I can only talk.
Another school, not PV.
Yeah, that not PV. So I'm sitting up here like, nah, I know the game, man. Ain't nowhere in here you can convince me that you're not doing nothing. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to, get a paternity test, because I'm like, you off at school.
Yeah.
And we're not together no more. And it ain't no hard feelings, but it's like, I just know the game.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I had to pull it and say, listen, I want the paternity test. But see, don't get it twisted. See, all my kids, I know mine.
Yeah.
See, I know mine.
Right.
Because I need to get that paperwork. Yeah, I need to run that. I know for sure. You gonna run me that paperwork. If I got a paper one myself.
All right. So you say it. What you saying is.
Listen, I know every one of my kids mine on paper. Legally.
Oh, paper. Damn.
Yeah.
Bro.
You ain't.
You know what?
What?
Oh shit.
Stop playing with me.
I don't be man.
Listen,
I
know every one
if
of
my
mine.
wife or my ex-wife thinks that I'm trolling when I say this, I don't know. I guess I don't know on paper. I mean, I know they're my kids.
You don't know that they're yours. You don't know.
The baby's
you know what you were told. You know what you believe, but you don't know. No. And it ain't nothing wrong with driving your ass up to the Walgreens.
Bro, she look just like.
Listen. Now
what
watch this.
You gonna say, baby? Don't look like nobody. But
now I can get if that is if there are striking.
There are striking. Like I would show you a picture of me and my oldest daughter. There are striking. Like, okay, me and my middle daughter. You like, yeah. And then me and my son. Yeah.
Look, I tell people all the time, and I told the doctor straight up, listen, I'm gonna find out one or two ways if my babies are mine. One,
this nigga we got a file.
You got that
birth certificate.
Listen.
Social security card.
I carry a
gene.
I carry a gene in me that I'm gonna pass to my children. It might skip them every blue moon, but 9 times out of 10, they go get it. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call Scottish Rite Hospital and say, hey, I just had another baby. We need to make an appointment because I need seed. I already know what it is. It's called tuberous sclerosis. Okay. I have bright spots on my face. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the signs of it. But guess what? The bright spots ain't gonna show up all the time on a baby.
Right.
Or on a kid.
Right. They come out. Black babies come out, for those who don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Black babies come out looking a little mixed.
Right.
I don't care what complexion of parents
or how black your ass gets. You gonna come out light at first.
Right. All of them do.
Say, man, so I'm gonna take them there. That's option A. Mm-hmm. Because I'm gonna find out if you carry me. Cause see, I'm the only one that can pass it to you.
Oh, this nigga, bro. I mean,
then option B
I feel
is a paternity test. You can go to Walgreens. They sell that bitch for $40 or $150. Whichever one you can pick one. At the end of the day, do you want to find out sooner? 2 weeks or a month, or do you want to find out 3 or 4 days?
Oh,
at the end of the day,
you have on paper.
At the end of the day, I know every child mine, because for somebody who's went through it, for somebody who done fuck with a chick to turn around and say, "This is your baby," and if I wouldn't have never asked for a paternity test, was going to make me. Hey man, listen, I just want to be straight up with you. You're not the only person that I was having sex with. And so there's a possibility that he might not be yours. So come on, man.
Bro, all right, so this digs into an interesting question that I want women. We don't have a woman here to answer this, but I want our listeners to reply to this. As a woman, let's say you're married to a man. Y'all married. You get pregnant. Now he knew that. You go on because that's your husband and your wife, and you're doing what you do. But when you have that child, your husband says, "All right, babe, I need a paternity test." How do you as a wife take that?
She can get mad all she wants. But at the end of the day, when push comes to
and
well, why she don't husband, she don't wife. But at the end of the day, what it really is about, what is really about is, see, the court don't give a fuck you married. The court don't automatically assume because y'all got a baby together, she delivers a baby, that it's yours. They will tell you to take a paternity test.
Boy, hey, you gonna change the narrative on it because motherfuckers gonna start asking for paternity tests.
Listen,
in marriages,
listen, I'd rather a man know for sure. And I ain't saying that your wife might be out there like that. What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, because just say this is your marriage don't work, they gonna tell you to get a fucking paternity test before you come out of.
You right. Ooh, wait.
So they don't think you married. They don't say, "Oh, that's your baby," because you were married to.
Right.
No, they gonna say, "Well, before we establish any type of financial, support,
we need to prove that this is your
baby. We need this paternity test first." So they don't give a fuck about you being married.
All right,
so you might
what just going to do. Poll question. We're gonna put up a poll question on our Facebook page. How will women feel about their husbands asking for a paternity test when they get pregnant?
Listen,
will you go?
I would love to see that. Go to our Facebook page, the Petty Crew. B Rock is gonna put up a poll, and I want to get some insight. I want to know how you ladies feel.
Right? Would you be for that? Yes or against it? No.
And I can tell you right now, Boss Hog gonna give it that. I'm gonna know mine is mine.
Should a married man be able to ask for a paternity test from his wife?
If a woman can be
without
married,
backlash.
If a woman can be married and they separate and she can get child support, you goddamn right. A man can ask for a paternity test in a marriage.
Oh wait.
I'm just keeping it 100. From my experience, and again, that don't mean every woman. Because I don't like that. Folks be like, well, that was your past. No, your experience is what shapes how you move in life.
Yeah.
That don't mean it can be for good, it can be for bad. The thing is you want to take whatever you done been through and use them to your best ability. My best ability and yours might not be the same. Right. But if at the end of the day, I got to protect me, I got to protect my heart, my emotions, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to protect all that shit.
Right. And I'm not saying that you're not correct. I think that needs to be the case. We just know that typically it's not. How many people we know getting married and having children and don't have a paternity test on any of them? Hell, I don't have a paternity test on any of my kids.
If you and your girl, going back and forth, and you might be suspicious of your girl, you don't know how she moving. If all I'm saying is if signs require you to do it,
then you do it. Yeah,
then you do it. Now, if you moving and everything is everything, then that's totally different.
No, I'm kind of leaning what you're saying. I don't think that it should be. I don't care if your relationship is fucking rainbows and sunshine and sprinkle Skittles.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it should become common practice that when married or not, if you had that baby, that a man gets a paternity test so that you can have on paper proof and assurance, or just reaffirming that y'all relationship is what it is.
Right.
I think women would take issue with a man asking for a paternity test if they're married, but honestly, she take it as a compliment or just something that's reassurance that I ain't went nowhere.
Right. Yeah, I mean, listen, how it's done, how it floats your boat. As for me and mine, I'm gonna motherfucking make sure I know my children are mine, just because I know what I've experienced, and I know if a woman will sit back and not say shit, like it ain't gonna never come out. Now, fast forward, me and this lady, we mended that shit because it did really kind of hurt. I'm like, well, bitch, here it is. Excuse my language, but it is what it is. Here it is. Now, we had an opportunity to have a baby in high school, and what's so funny is that. At first, I didn't want it. My mama said, nah, you know what? We don't roll like that.
Right.
I come back and be like, look, at the end of the day, this is what we did. I already know how I'm built. Let's go on and handle this. Mm-hmm. However we choose to do it as far as making sure we can raise a child and all that.
We'll figure it out.
Let's do it. So
she was like, no.
So to turn around and then try to okie doke a nigga
Right.
later, fuck no. And that shit, I'm like, girl, I ain't fuck with you no more. Now, as we got older, we actually became cool.
Probably
You know
laugh about the shit now.
Nah, I ain't laughing about it. That ain't nothing to laugh at,
Man, he
that
said
ain't nothing to laugh about. But being cool, I mean, because at one point over, what, maybe about 15 years ago, 20, especially when I drove over the road, this is a young lady I used to chop it up and talk to on the phone while I'm driving. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Come in and say, let's go do lunch. Then grew up, I understand, it's all good.
Yeah.
Fuck it, he ain't mine, whatever. And we never talked about it again. Because it's like, well, some people understand.
What's known don't need, what's understood
don't need to be said. Got it. I get it. It's all good. And just keep it moving. But for me, like I said, I've been in this dude position. I done seen it. Yeah.
Me too.
Fellas, if you're feeling any type of way, man, listen, it ain't nothing wrong with saying, hey, you know what? I want to take that paternity test. And my thing is, if she looking sideways at you, now I got a question.
Now I really
why
got
you sideways?
And
Why are you sideways?
But see,
if you ain't doing shit, you should be like, nigga.
But see, I think a lot of women would actually get offended by it. You asked me for a paternity test. What are you trying to say about me? As opposed to saying, all right, cool. This should give you the assurance, that reaffirmation that you got me.
Don't mean it don't mean nothing negative, and that's why I don't like
it. Actually just put credit in the bank for you, baby.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Instead of looking at it being a negative, like, well, what you trying to say about me? Nah, I'll turn around and say, oh, you think I'm that type of chick? Or I don't know who you take me for.
But let me show you.
But then let me go and show you who I am. And now shut up. Yeah, he owes. Okay, now what? Now run me some bread.
Like I said, that's credit.
Yeah, that's credit. Now run me that. But listen, like I said, man, we feel sorry for the brother as a parent, and we're both parents, and as men.
That was great.
It's hardening to hear. I hope that the other brother respect the dude enough to say, you know what, you might not be his father, but at the end of the day, why don't we do this?
Be his uncle.
Yeah, you know, you can still come around. Listen, if you still want to be involved, you are more than welcome to. More than likely, the brother's probably not gonna do it. I mean, just because, you know, he got to grow and kind of heal from that.
Yeah.
Because it's not his. You know what I'm saying? Since it's not his, let's go on. You good. But look, check this out. We're going to go into an intermission real quick. We're going to take a break. Then we're going to come back and we're going to jump into some sports. Yeah. You hear that music?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The damn lights that went out, man.
Huh?
Damn light that went out. Jesus. I'm going to have to turn around and just not cut these hoes on until we do our show.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because this counting time.
Yeah, because the battery, the battery done went out. Now, it uses charged batteries. Because I charge the battery. But it also uses, what do you call them? I think AA. So if you can, I appreciate if you just buy a whole lot of good AA batteries.
Gotcha.
Because I think they take like maybe 8 a piece.
Yeah.
So just get some, and then we ain't got to worry about that. Because I'm sure them batteries will last way longer than.
Yeah, we'll just.
You know what? If you can, if you can find the chargeable kind, now they might be a little bit more. But I mean, they'll last longer than just buying batteries, and we keep, AA in them and shit.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, man. If you want to take a bathroom break, we like it. We gonna do like we do on the show. I might make me another drink because the video looks cool with the light, but the minute that shit go off,
the light it changes.
It darkens up everything. But we are like, oh shit. Let me see what we get on this music though. Oh, it's still playing.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to everybody who's catching us out on our stream, man. Listen, we're in the middle of our intermission. And so let us know in the comments what you think about the first half of the show. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Go to our social media pages and like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter at The Petty Crew 1.
Follow, like, subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah. Also, we are on tune in. So if you missed the first half of the show, man, you can always go back to any one of your podcasting platforms, any one of your radio platforms, Spotify, and you can listen to the show from the beginning. But again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in.
Damn, you got a soda or something?
Yeah, I got a soda. You got
Ginger ale or something?
No.
Oh yeah, I got ice because I done drank all my damn water.
Good, man. Good. There you go. Say, matter of fact, can you pour me a little bit of your ice?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, just put a little bit over in that cup. Uh-oh. Damn, I ain't got a light in there, man. But you know what? We'll get it together. But the main thing is podcast. What I want to do while we talking is get the record.
Hey, just drink that water.
That'll work. Let me know when you're ready to come back in.
What you got, Jack?
You ready to rock and roll?
Yeah. What you got in that bottle?
Hey, we are back. That was the first half of our show. Right now, man, we go and jump into some sports in the absence of the first lady of sports, Rise. Uh, I'm going to play an audio clip that we're going to jump into, and it's from Robert Kraft, and he's basically talking about how Donald Trump is basically taking over, you know, the kneeling that was going on, and you know,
divisive.
Yeah, being divisive. And you know how shit go, man. Even though this was probably maybe about a year or two ago, you know, it's just now being released. So we're going to jump into this clip and then we're going to go on and discuss it. Can you hear it?
Okay, turn it up.
Listen, we just got through listening to an audio from Robert Kraft, and this was first reported from TMZ Sports. And just to get you guys caught up, it says New England Patriot owner Robert Kraft called out Donald Trump as divisive and horrible when talking about the NFL kneelers at the 17 NFL Summit. And TMZ Sports has the audio. It always down on October 2017, roughly 1 month after President Trump called for the NFL team to fire any sons of a bitch who don't stand for the national anthem. The owners felt that the league was taking a serious PR hit and called for owners, players, and league execs to come together to talk about possible solutions. Uh, that's when Kraft addressed the room and explained how the President of the United States would twist whatever plan they came up with to advance his own agenda.
Mm.
He says, I must tell you, I think these dialogues are great, Kraft said, but the elephant in the room now, in my opinion, is this kneeling, which every player has the right to do if they feel is right. The problem we have is we have a president that will use as fodder to do his mission that I don't feel is in the best interest of the matter. It's divisive, it's horrible, and it's actually the opposite of what all are trying to do. Kraft explains there are 40% of the country that will crap all over any possible plan just because they side with Trump, no matter what. I just hope one of the things that can come out of here is that we find a way to be unified and be able to carry through and follow through. Remember, Kraft and Trump, once close friends, had a rift in their relationship over the Niven situation, but seemed to have patched things up. So basically, I was reading Robert Kraft's uh, his quotes from the audio for you guys who did not hear it on our streaming platforms. And again, you can catch that on your podcast. I basically read out what we were playing in the audio. And so, what you think about that?
Bruh, I think that Robert Kraft sees it for what it is, and I think that it is Trump promoting divisiveness, division, pandering to the people that supported him. And in all actuality, it's not of any, or shouldn't be, of any relevance to the owners in the NFL. They should be able to allow their teams and players to peacefully protest in whatever manner they choose without looking at it as a PR hit. But unfortunately, the vast majority of the owners feel like Trump does, where players, players doing that, players of certain positions, that being quarterback, where you're an extension of the team almost, they don't need that narrative. So I agree with Kraft. I mean that's awesome. I wish the owner of my team, Jerry Jones, I wish the owner of my team.
I'm being nice. I'm being nice that you up here with this Cowboy jersey on right now.
I mean, hey,
we're not going to expect that from Jones.
But that's my point. Why wouldn't we expect that from Jones? But you got somebody who's an equal to Jones, a peer in Kraft, who is that the exact way that I would expect Jones to be. Well, that I would want Jones to be. Kraft is his equal, and he feels that way. So how?
He's only his equal in money, but in terms of how
juice.
Yeah,
Jerry got the juice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. Man. Robert Kraft still got some juice, but what I'm saying is,
juice.
But in terms of understand what he's dealing with the type of players he has, and that's basically what I get from Robert Kraft. We understand the situation that's going on. We get that these black men have real life issues that they're facing outside of the league, and
not only do they have that, they have a platform that can actually reach a significant amount of people. It ain't like it's me and you going on there and we kneeling at our daily our regular old shit.
Right.
They have a platform. They can put that out before the masses and actually affect awareness. I can see somebody with that, with that platform feeling an obligation to make people more socially aware, even if they haven't experienced those discriminations themselves.
Right.
So
yeah, like I said, I mean, it's. I think what it is, it also showed that everybody in that room was not with Donald Trump. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have one.
We got one speaking up, but it's
right. We got one.
Saying nothing.
Right. We got one, and I'm really surprised because Robert Kraft out there in Florida. No, he on the Patriots of Miami.
He owns the Patriots, but he was in Florida when he got caught up.
Got busted in the massage parlor.
Getting happy endings.
So
what's wrong with happy endings, man?
So after he got caught up, I'm a damn near call him one of the brothers. I mean, because He didn't give a damn. I'm not gonna show up to court. I'm not even gonna plead guilty for y'all to get rid of me.
He said, "Fuck what y'all talking
Yeah,
about.
that's exactly
I
what
got
he
a
said.
team to go run."
Yeah, he like, yeah, I'm not gonna show up. Y'all can tell me whatever y'all want to. I'm not even gonna agree that it was me, and y'all drop the charges. Y'all can
Right.
I really got enough money. I ain't really got to even show up to Florida.
I ain't got no word.
I ain't never got to go back. I can go to Dallas, Texas. I can go.
I can bring Florida to me.
Yeah, matter of fact, I fuck around if I really want to do it legally. I can just go to Las Vegas. You feel what I'm saying? I'm glad that his audio come out because the narrative is that.
I want to hear that audio.
Yeah, the narrative is all the owners, a majority of the owners are riding for Trump. But what we see here is that we had somebody who was speaking from not from an owner perspective, not from a football perspective,
from a person's,
from just a humanity perspective. You get what I'm saying? We know what it is. We should be unified. No, it is Trump who's separating us.
Right.
Y'all running the NFL. Y'all running and scared of Trump. And what I'm saying is that no, we need to recognize it for what it is. Damn what the president talking about. We need to be unified in how we go handle. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever that resolution gonna be, whatever gonna come from the situation.
That's gonna be what it's gonna be. But we should run our organization, our affiliation, whatever you want to call it, our league, the way we run it. Fuck what Trump got going on and what he trying to do next.
Right. Damn what he talking about. At the end of the day, it should be us. We need to work out how we go make it work.
You're right.
Owner, player. Not being driven by what Donald Trump is going to say.
Right.
So, again, it ain't nothing really to hop on with that. Salute him. At the end of the day, my boy Cap ain't in the league. So, I heard you on one end. Cap, if you really like him and you really want to make a change, why don't you go on and bring him in? Well, damn, that's Tom Brady. Yeah, he wouldn't play. But, hell, he could be a backup. Shit, listen, that's still a nice little chick.
Bro,
So listen, you know what? Let's go and shift
do
it.
that one.
No, you know what? Let's shift it because we got time. Listen, it's just the fellas. Over this past week, I seen your video that you sent me.
And I seen the one that you sent me.
So what we gonna do is we are going to do a Cap part 2 because what we seen at first and when we first talked about the story,
we digested it and chewed on it.
He set up her, he did the workout, he turned around and he turned down going to the Falcons, facility and that whole nine. Mm-hmm. But now we got to recap of the aftermath. We got to talk about the aftermath. We got
more information.
Right. We got to talk about it. And for you guys that already know, people from all sides have different views on how the whole situation went down. You got people on one end that's saying like Stephen A. Smith, and I told one of my former football teammates, I said Stephen A. Smith is an idiot at the end of the day. I watched every last clip that he said. I took the whole week to listen to what everybody had to say from T.O. to hell, I even went to what's the little basketball player that always got something to say. You can play for the Spurs. Steven Jackson.
Captain Jack.
Listen, I looked at all the videos. I read all the articles that talked about it. And I was like, you know what? We have to recap the aftermath of what went on. And the reason why I want to hold is because to me, the bigger picture is what I took from it is that there are two different types of African American people when these type of issues arise.
Okay.
What Cap did and how he acted reminds me of Monique and her Netflix situation. Because after I listened to everybody,
damn, I never really put that together, but okay.
Right, and I'm going to put it together because if you get to seeping through the mess, the gook, and get to the root of everything, I said, you know what? This reminds me of the Monique Netflix situation because think about it. In the same breath, you have, and we just talking black folks. We had those black folks were saying, "Nah, Monique should have gone and did," and woo woo woo. $250,000 is a lot, or whatever it was they were gonna pay. It wasn't no more than $1 million. And she had critics on all ends. Remember, Steve Harvey came in was like, "Baby, you know what? You need to put that integrity down and get that money. All that whole nine. And I said, you know what? This is the same thing that's going on with Cap. On one hand, everybody, Stephen A. Smith, his whole, because I heard it and I got it, his whole thing is, you already know how the NFL rolls. Mm-hmm. So since you know how the NFL rolls, you should have just gone and signed it. You should have gone and did it anyway, regardless of how you know they roll. Mm-hmm. That's basically, listen, out of all his commentary, that's all he was saying. You basically know what that is. So you have those group of Negroes.
Mm-hmm. So two types.
Right. Then you have the other Negroes who say, you know what? I appreciate what he did because he was getting screwed anyway. And it's no different than the Monique situation. The folks that were saying, no, get your money, even though it might not have been a lot of money, we're going to do it anyway, regardless if they're trying to fuck you or not, because we're not looking at that. Because that's basically what Stephen A. Smith was saying, because I watched him and he really bagged up with Kellerman.
Yeah,
he got caught up with Kellerman and he got and he said, no, I didn't say that. And I was like, Negro, you just said that. That's why he calling you out on what you were saying. Mm-hmm. And I said, you know what? But the bigger picture is that in these type of situations, we see two type of African Americans show up to the scene. In life.
You might think, all right, so I get what you're saying, but I think there's three types, and the third type is the one that ain't acknowledged. Like you said, you got the types that's like, whatever, go get that money. You got the other ones that's like, oh, I appreciate what you did. And then you got people like me. I'm in the middle. And where I'm in the middle is this. I understand what Cap did. I understand what the NFL was trying to do. Because that's what they are. I'm not saying what they should be. Mm-hmm. This is what they are. So since this is what they are, I understand what they're trying to do as well. Where my conflict lies is, what is your intentions, Cap? Is your intention to play, or is your intention to prove that they are this machine that that people see them to be? What's your intention? Because your intention will let me know where to fall. Now, if your intention was to play, then you got to play the game that you're given. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying what he wants from. I'm not saying you should be able to be yourself and exercise your rights and thoughts and be a player in the NFL. You should be able to do that. But that's not the game that's available. I should be able to play solitaire with this deck of cards that I'm gonna pull out, right? Mm-hmm. But you here, so we gotta play spades. I can't play solitaire with two people. It's not the game.
Right.
So if he wanted to play, you gotta play that game. And since he decided to go elsewhere and do his own workout, I believe his intention was never to play. His intention was to prove that he could, to change their narrative, but also show that I don't want to be a part of y'all shit anyway. I don't even want to play your game.
Okay, now, I don't really consider that as a third person, because I get all the angles just like you. Where for me, as everybody been saying, here's what, because I really want to address like Stephen A. and this shit that they refuse to recognize. Was the NFL trying to screw him? Yes,
but they were trying to screw him. But that's the game that they play. Don't they try to screw everybody?
No, not really. Listen, no, not really. For him, they made sure. We read all the stories. We seen it what it is at the end of the day. Ultimately, at the root of it, see, for me,
I got blackballed.
What I'm saying is at the on the surface, it seemed like everything was everything.
Right.
Well, we're creating this just for you, and we're doing all this just for you. Mm-hmm. We put this together. But when you got the digging up under it, at the root of it, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the shallow part of it. And I think that's where my problem is that with Stephen A. Smith. You dealing with the shallow part of the bigger picture. The shallow part is saying, well, hey, you know what?
Go get that money.
However,
right.
He couldn't get the money because what he was saying was, Stephen A. was saying, well, you had time and you could have got your attorneys. Well, he had his attorneys. You seen where the problem lies. Mm-hmm. The problem was lying in is that the regular waiver, he wasn't going to get. What the NFL was trying to do is that at the root of it, you could no longer sue us for anything involving work in the NFL.
Because
That's
we
what that
gave
was.
you because we gave you a fair opportunity.
Now, however,
Because
a quote unquote
fair opportunity.
but we know it really wasn't fair. It was a legal. If you go to Forbes, Forbes don't take sides with nobody. Them ain't number white folks. You ain't finding black folks in there. These same white folks that deal with the NFL who write MSNBC or whoever NBC. These ain't pro black folks. But what I loved about when they wrote about this and got to the root of it, Cap was being fucked. Cap was gonna be in a position where what they were trying to do is what they said a legal checkmate. Now, so for Stephen A. Smith to come out and say, and what I realize is between him and Matt Kellerman, they're like how we on our show. We got a part to play.
Yeah.
I don't really take Stephen A. Smith serious because I know you are playing a part. And what I mean by that is that, see, you're the black man. Yeah, well, now because we're not scripted, but what it is that you're the black. See, if Pete Gang, watch this, because I looked at it, I said, you know what? I get it. He is playing the role like how we do. I'm Boss Hogg. Boss Hogg comes with a persona, right? Now, outside of this show, I'm Steven. I'm not Boss Hogg. You get what I'm saying? It's no different than you doing what you do here. Roz doing whatever she doing here. The Good Doctor. We have a part to play on the show.
Right.
If I'm gonna be the shit starter or the antagonist, or if I'm gonna go against the grain, I'm playing my role. And I said, you know what? I get it. You are playing a role. And what they're doing is they're playing in reverse. And what I mean by that is that, as somebody pointed out before, Max Kellerman is bringing the commentary that you would think Stephen A. Smith would bring. And Stephen A. Smith is bringing the commentary that Max Kellerman would be bringing. They're just doing it in reverse. So with Stephen A. Smith,
so
let me play.
It's like clickbait.
Yeah, let me play the antagonist. Let me play now I'm gonna be hard on you. No, I'm gonna look at it this way. So watch this. So now you set up the white boy, because it just so happened that the white boy's defending. He's always defending the black folks. He's always seeing it in a more logical manner, whereas Stephen A. Smith be quick to run off. And so I said, well, you know what? I can't take you serious because as somebody who's in radio now, I understand how we do this. We talk about this shit off the radio, right? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gotta create content that's going to allow people to be drawn in. So I said, you know what? After reading all this shit, after looking at all his interviews, after what he said, him and T.O. going back and forth. And my thing is, I don't care what hood you grow up in, what street you in. What are you saying now? See, all your street shit don't mean nothing, because I watched that back and forth between him and T.O. And I'm saying to myself, I don't give a fuck about your hood and what you came from, because at the end of the day, you ain't showing it on the show.
Right.
T.O. said it was seen that Max Kellerman is more black than you. What you come back with this dude is, well, what's black? Because I'm not doing. And I said, and it was right then and I said, I get it. You got a game. Because you go ask, well, what's black? He wasn't questioning your soul blackness. He's saying that for a black man to be in the position you in, you should understand how it is to be screwed over. And you're not looking at the fact that they're trying to screw over Kaepernick. It didn't have nothing to do with your soul blackness. It has everything to do with you understanding that as a black man, you should already know what it should feel like to be taken advantage of. Now, with what you were saying about Cap wanting to, because we brought this up last show of, did you really want to play? And by making a move. As I said before, because it really don't matter what Cap done with. The NFL was going to spin it how they wanted to. The NFL said you were a no-show. Which, if you would have never showed, you were still going to be a no-show. The NFL was going to record everything. What a lot of people don't know is that the NFL and the ESPN are connected.
Yeah, NFL has. I mean,
The
they control their media.
Listen,
like for real.
They changed CEOs because they didn't like the direction. They are all connected. So your whole from media to video and all that, it was all to fit your narrative. Jay Z disappointed. Hence bringing in Jay Z because now Jay Z can do the black talking. Nobody don't care about Jay Z. Jay Z ain't nobody in this situation in the grand scheme of nothing. He know he ain't.
That's not what's being put out.
That's my point. If I can spin the narrative,
that apparently
who Jay Z with though? Who Jay Z work for now? Who Jay Z contracted with?
The National Football League.
Okay, so if I can put the narrative out there and say Jay Z is disappointed. Jay Z, Cap don't care about no Jay Z. You ain't in no struggle with him. You ain't giving up nothing. You done went in with this dude. You with the NFL. So to me, when I seen all them again, I read all them headlines. Mm-hmm. Jay Z disappointed. Jay Z supposed to be the one that was telling Goodell, listen, my rep done took a hit. Well, you knew your rep was gonna take a hit when you decided to move with the NFL. So what does trying to give? Well, they were talking, and the only reason why he got this little so-called workout was because Jay Z was putting pressure on Goodell. No, it wasn't. We know that the legal guy the guy that was behind all this was the legal counsel for the NFL. He the one that drafted up the waiver. Mm-hmm. So that was the real mastermind by trying to make this work out. Like I said, this brother wants to play. But one thing I love about this brother is that he understands that in the NFL is choosing to disregard is that he's his own man. If you know the history of the quarterback in NFL, you know that was the last position to be integrated.
Yeah.
On offense. On defense, it was the middle linebacker.
Yeah.
Your quarterback represents your coach and owner. That's why
your franchise.
Like a franchise, your quarterback is when you look at Tom Brady,
he's a reflection of the franchise.
Of the owner, right? That's it.
You got the owner,
general manager,
or coach, depending on
coach. Coach, quarterback. Because you got quarterbacks that
it's either going to be general manager, coach, and then quarterback. And then hold on, but in some instances, you got the quarterback that jumps the coach.
That's what I'm saying. Because Peyton Manning, he will be right there with the general manager. Aaron Rodgers
jumps the coach.
Drew
Brees, I don't know.
Drew Brees is in the middle.
Yeah,
he's been around long enough.
And Sean Payton is Sean Payton.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. So
well then with that Brady don't necessarily jump the coach either. They
right there.
They both go to the owner. They're equals. They're peers.
Right. They're equals.
Now every other player on the team ain't a peer.
Right. And so that's what I'm saying for Cap. What it is that
he brings a different narrative to that equal.
He don't match.
He don't match the meter.
He don't match a coach. Well, he can match a couple of them because he knows two of them that out there that's trying to get with him.
Yeah.
But he don't match
a
general manager owner. And what
I won't even go as far as saying general manager.
Okay, well fuck it, we can jump past that.
But
owner wise,
no, he don't match.
And that's where the company lies because what happened is that folks was like, well, see, he just want to be seen. What I don't like and what I don't understand is how do we turn the victim into the villain?
Oh, bro, but this current state of the NFL is kind of hurting Cap. If you want to say how you can switch that, if you look at it, 5 of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league, I would argue, are black or mixed with black. They black.
Okay.
5. When has that ever happened in the NFL, right? So you got 5 of them that are black, 5 of them that are faces of their franchise, reflections of their owner. The NFL doesn't have a PR problem. So they can spin this and play victim because Cap, we don't even really need you. We got Lamar Jackson. We got Russell Wilson. We got Dak. We got Pat Mahomes. We got this one that I'm missing. Deshaun Watson. We got all of them.
Indiana.
Yeah, exactly. We got right. Yeah. Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, Brissett. Yeah.
We got all of these that are playing. They're reflections of the team and the owner. None of them are giving us any issues about kneeling or anything like that. We don't even really need you right now, Cap. We got these guys that we can use.
But you know what?
We got these. Oh wow, we got these black faces. We can
well, my thing is that because that's great. Because see, none of them are better than Cap.
Yeah, hold on, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson.
Hey, listen, Lamar Jackson, 3 years in until he supersedes Cap in taking them to a Super Bowl. Until they do that.
Bruh.
He's no more than a Michael Vick who's flashing, and I ride for the I ride for him. I follow him 100%. But he's not. He right now he's a phenomenon because he's in his third year.
He passed my eyeball test. That's all I'm saying.
He's in his third year. You know, and he's doing great, and he's playing good football. However, Cap right now is the seasoned vet who still got game, who can still be in your top 5 if he came in. He go be in your top 5 if you start him and play. Remember, before he left out, he started his last 6 seasons and ended up as a top 5 in numbers for 6 games. Just think if he would have started 12 games.
I hear what you're saying. I hear all of that.
So you know,
but I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit, man. I think it's hard, especially when you talking championships. Football is the hardest sport to judge players on championships. Why? Because football is the ultimate team sport. I don't care how cold you are. You need the rest of the team to win that chip.
Well, it shows in the sun. In Baltimore with the quarterback.
Well, no, but I'll give you a prime example. There is no question in my mind, and this is coming from a Cowboys fan, somebody sitting there with a Cowboys jersey on.
With this goddamn Cowboys jersey on.
That Barry Sanders was a better running back than Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith got more hardware on. So I'm not going to put Barry Sanders.
You know what? I would agree with that.
So,
but we're talking about an individual.
But that's what I'm saying. Football, and the same goes for every position. You can be one of the baddest quarterbacks ever, but you didn't have a team. That don't mean you any less of a talent. Hell, when you use quarterback, Dan Marino. Dan Marino might be the best quarterback to ever play, but he ain't got no chips.
Right.
But he had all the tools. He went once. Every year after that, the team wasn't shit.
Right.
And
well, I mean, like I said, even
now other sports you can do that with individuals. Basketball, it ain't so many players. So you know what? If you are all-time great, you should at least have sniffed the championship, even if you was by yourself.
But that's why I'm saying
you can't say that in football.
Right. But what I'm saying is, I wouldn't put none of them brothers over playing because they still have not attained what Cap is doing right now.
I mean, a championship. Yeah, they have. Statistically speaking, Cap, I think the closest one as far as run and passing is Jackson. But if you want to talk about putting up statistics, Deshaun Watson is putting up almost 5.
He's playing great. He's playing great.
He's been putting up stats. Russell Wilson is having an MVP year.
He's
Mahomes threw for 5,000 yards last year and I don't know how many touchdowns.
Did they go to the Super Bowl?
It don't. That's what I'm saying. You
but
can't
he's
judge.
The leader. No, but listen,
but
he's
judge
the leader.
Championships in football.
But listen what I'm saying, B. Yes, but listen what I'm saying. What we know is at the end of the day, who's the face of the team? When they win, it's your quarterback.
That's cool.
When you lose, so when I'm looking, I know it's cute and cool, but what I'm saying, B, is when you look at Tom Brady, and they playing right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't mention nobody else, even though it took a team to win. It took a great defense, and it took a hell of an offense for you to win 6 Super Bowls.
Right.
But ultimately, which is what we're talking about with Cap, is at the end of the day, who do they look at?
They look at the quarterback, and I get that, and that's why you're looking at it in that manner. For me, fuck that. I'm looking at the individual talent.
Right.
And and this is not taking anything away from Kaepernick and how great he was when he was playing. But if I look at Lamar Jackson and I look at Kaepernick, Lamar Jackson is better to me. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, and that's great. I just look at it as from somebody who is seasoned now, who knows the game. And what I'm saying is we're talking about legal.
He might be some stale season at this point. Yeah, he can still throw it. He can still slang it, man. But
he's still gonna be your top. He's gonna still be your top 10 quarterback.
So he can walk into the league off the street today and be top 10. No question.
He did it off the bench. He did it 6
But
games in
he
his
had to
last
say that,
season
right? That was his last
and
season.
made
He
the
been
top
out
5.
3 years. Let's not act like that don't matter.
Listen, you know what?
Can't
The
do-
only difference, hold up, and you know what? That works in his favor because at the end of the day, he works out 5 days a week. Now he's putting in the regular work that
I know he put in the
watch
work.
this, hold up. Football players ain't putting in the league 5 days because they only practicing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
No, yeah, film.
Man, listen. The higher you get up in
the
sports,
less days you practice.
when you go to college, now I don't know if you ever played college football. Listen, I played college football. You know when we hit?
Wednesday,
maybe Thursday.
Thursday you probably in shoulder pads and shorts.
Listen, I realized real quick you actually hit less in college than in high school. I was like, oh, this.
But it was like, but honestly, it was like that going up for me.
Well, you know what?
You hit more in
freshman, right?
You hit more freshmen than you did on varsity. More.
Yeah. See, y'all must have did it a little bit different. Like on our varsity, we hit Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and what we called on Friday was Hollywood. Hollywood was where we just wore our helmets, our little old football t-shirts, and shorts. Right. That was practice. Right. So we had a Hollywood day, but we hit every goddamn day.
All right, so here's how ours was. And this is when I was at Everman. Now, when I was at ODY, the black school, it was like that. When I was at Everman, this is to show you how different it was. High school, same years, just ran different. On Monday, we watch a film first, then we in shoulder pads, shorts. Tuesday, we're shoulder pads, full speed. Wednesday, full pads. Thursday, walk through. That's what y'all call Hollywood. Friday, film study walkthrough before the game.
Wow. See, yeah, we were totally different.
We hit one day. Like full pads.
We hit every day.
2 days we was in, 2 days, 2 days we was in shorts and shoulder pads. One day full pads, 1 day helmet, shorts, t-shirt.
Man, we hit every day. I told you, we were talking about this shit off there.
We was doing
we hit every day. And like I said, I just noticed on the college level, I was like, oh shit,
we don't hit.
Y'all don't, wait, whoa, oh, this is cool. And I ain't got moved to flanker too. Man, I was like, oh, this is gravy. Oh, I'm finna eat y'all ass up every day. You throwing it
you ain't beat up.
You ain't go hit me. Man, what caught college coaches' attention, got them dudes coming up there to Navarro, you know, because every school got a spring game. A motherfucking slant. I'm gonna eat you up every time because I'm gonna hit it. You ain't gonna touch me. Or a damn post. It's a wrap. It ain't gonna happen. So I loved it. I was like, well, wait, y'all wanna move it? Oh, I ain't gotta take no hits.
Let's go.
This is gonna be gravy. But again, like I said, you know, top by cap, in this whole recap is that for all the commentators, my whole question is, at the end of the day, was the NFL trying to fuck them?
Yeah.
And it's ultimately yes. The rest of it to me is
just
junk.
How you take it.
It's junk to me. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's junk. If you wasn't holding the conversation on how are they trying to do Cap, then you're not going to understand what Cap did. Cap walked in a situation to represent. It was no win anyway. Because again, if you would have walked into it, which again I hate about Stephen A. Smith, and I keep using him because he's the pinnacle of all the fucking commentators to me. Yeah. All the ones that's riding on his wave or that same narrative, it was a no-win. Because if he would have walked into it, and I said, you know what, let me play the shit out of my head and say, well, you know what, if Cap walked into it the way you talk about he should walk into it, at the end of the day, here's what we know. That would have gave the NFL an opportunity to cut up. Like T.O. said, I done did 2-hour interviews and what y'all see is cut-ups of shit. You don't see everything I said. You only see what they wanted to see. It was no different. If Cap walked into it and he played it, Cap would have gave up every right to allow everybody to see the whole workout. He knew that. Because they will go control it. They go code it up. Secondly, I don't know who I'm throwing it to, so I don't know if y'all finna get amateur college players or high school or whoever the hell it is.
Right.
I don't know who's finna what what raps or whatever it is, how it's gonna go. We don't know nothing. And I said to one of my classmates on Facebook, I said, "Do you think Stephen A. Smith will walk into a bullshit ass contract? Do
No.
you think Stephen A. Smith would,
No, he just
would
walked
set
into a
himself
damn
up?"
good one.
Right. So I told him, I say, so, cause he threw at me when I did my little old cover of the Kunta Kinte, and guess what? I got 3 Kunta Kinte t-shirts coming. I say I'm big enough to pull that shit and put it on Facebook. I can't wait to get my little old shirts. I say I need me a shirt. I need me 3 of those. I'm gonna have one in red, black, and green. And I can't wait till they come. Y'all go see me in that bitch. Just stay tuned. And so, if for me, and I asked him, I say, because what he did, he was trying to be funny to say, well, he wouldn't wear that t-shirt to court. I said, of course he would. And then he used Stephen A. Smith. Well, Stephen A. Smith, and no, you would. So what I did was I posted him a picture. I have a custom Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks bow tie. It's black and white.
Yeah.
I say, this is the bow tie that I wore to court. I said, so of course Kaepernick would know how to dress to go to court. What the fuck does a t-shirt matter to a workout? I ran track, and remember we talked about my little situation in high school. On the back of my on my track t-shirt, you know how you little warm up and shit. Yeah. On the back of my track t-shirt, that bitch said Outkast. I had design on that bitch. And when I warm up to get ready to run the 100, that's what you seen on the back of my shirt. Now, wasn't nobody go ever say shit to me, but what he doing ain't new. I've always put symbols and shit out there. Right. I say, does it matter? He was at a fucking workout. It didn't matter what he had on. He was there to work out. He wasn't gonna come in there in no suit. Now, everybody, again, if I'm looking at it on the surface, then I understand all the argument. He shouldn't have did that.
Because on the surface, perception is reality.
Right. On the surface, he shouldn't have did that. He should have said it this way. Maybe he shouldn't have said that. He shouldn't have said nothing at all. Maybe he should have just gone and went to the workout. But at the root of it, like I asked was, are you gonna walk into a situation?
No.
No, you're not. And so the rest of it is noise. He knew. Yeah, I'm trying to get into the league,
but I know they ain't gonna let me. So let me just
let me go and control it myself. Y'all don't have to like that I just brought video cameras out there, but y'all can't say it was cut up. No, we want this live stream because I know if I give y'all that right to do it, I don't know now what you go share. They don't trust each other, and ultimately, like we said on the last show, it was never about a workout. And a lot of coaches said it. We just wanted to see if he was going to do it. Right. Well, you knew he wasn't going to do it.
Right.
That's all y'all wanted to see. You know what
that sounds like? I want to see if he's going to obey.
Oh, bend the knee. Bend the knee. I want to see if you go dance. I want to see if you go play our game.
Because if you are, we already know you're good enough.
Right. Right. Man, coach is like, oh, I ain't looked at it. First of all, I know you lying. Why the fuck would you not want to see if this dude can still move and y'all got 64 shitty quarterbacks in the league? Come on, man.
See what his footwork be like.
Yeah, see what it is.
He still got arm on.
That's like when they asked the Alabama coach, do you still watch the boy that's at Oklahoma now?
Oh, Lincoln Riley.
No, the quarterback coach. The quarterback.
Oh, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Do you watch Oklahoma? Oh, no, I don't watch it. You a lie. That's your former football player. You keeping up with his stats. You watching his highlights. Come on now. You done won 2 damn championships with this dude. Why the hell wouldn't you not watch your player?
You care. At the good or bad, you give.
Listen, at the end of the day, that's your player. The only reason why he's playing is because he have an extra year. The fuck already done graduated.
Right.
I'm just playing my extra year up.
Right.
I had an extra year of eligibility.
But you gotta play that role.
I could have went to the NFL.
You gotta play that role.
Right. You watching him. He ain't got nothing to lose. He could have went into the league.
But you know what? That also to me kind of goes on how much of an asshole you gotta be to say that. Because how easy would it have been to say, you know what? That's one of my former players.
Right.
I care about. You could have humanized yourself and said, I care about him as a person, instead of saying, no, I'm on Alabama football all the time. Alabama Roll Tide. He ain't Alabama, so
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
keep up with him. I don't really know how he's doing. You a lie. That's your former player. You done raised him.
But he might be that asshole though. He might be that
He might be.
self-absorbed. He might be a narcissist.
You know what? He might be. All I know is when I seen that shit, I was like, yeah, okay, play. If I don't care if I done coach somebody, cause you mine. Now wherever else you go, that's you. But ultimately, you roll tide.
Right.
You
I
come
put
from me.
seasoning in that sauce.
Yeah, you developed from Alabama. Yeah, I'm gonna watch my former players, see how he doing.
Unless you an asshole.
Yeah,
No,
it ain't even negative. I want to see he doing. I want to see him doing good. You know, most
what if
folks
Nick
want to see him
Saban
doing
don't
good.
want to see him doing good? What if Nick Saban is like, hey, you shouldn't have
I
never.
hope he turns some shit. I mean, I'm just saying. But my thing is, it's just like that. Listening to these coaches talking about. I watched the former coach. That's how much I've been watching this shit up until today. Watched the former coach for the Chargers and the Raiders, the little black dude. Was asked on that show first thing. Well, so did you watch? Have you watched the video? No. No.
Yeah.
You a motherfucking lie. You done caught him. You done seen a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
Why you acting like you ain't seen it? Nigga, that's the most. He's the most talked about quarterback than any quarterback that's playing right now.
Yeah.
You watching him. I don't care how many you watching him. You doing something. You gotta sit there and say, well, yeah, you know what? Because I think he worked for somebody. Don't he? Like, ain't he some type of?
I believe so.
I think he's still in the league. So it's like, well, right, whatever. At the end of the day, like I said, man, we had to back, come back, do it twice because we saw the beginning part of it and then we saw the aftermath. And it's like, well, okay, where we at? And for me, on the bigger scale, I was like, this is just too different. This is how they did Monique. Until they found out that Netflix was trying to screw Monique. Till you read the contract and it was like, now you see why Monique was like, y'all got me fucked up.
Right.
Y'all were trying to screw me. It wasn't really just about the money. The money was one of the issues.
It was principle.
But if you look at the damn contract, she couldn't have did those same jokes anymore.
Yeah.
And if you a joke,
she didn't have no rights.
Right. For 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years, Netflix was on all your shit. You couldn't have told those jokes. Whatever the fuck you talked about, you couldn't have talked about no more.
Right.
That means that they own your jokes.
Right.
And if you are a
jokehead,
yeah, if you a jokehead like me, see, I go to comedy shows. See, so I know when I go see comedians, I know when you saying a joke a second time. Because I done already seen you enough to know your shit to know what's new.
And what ain't.
Because I done, listen, me and last comedy show me and the Good Doctor went to, we went to go see Red Grant.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was new except for one joke. I said, he done did that one before. That's how much I watch comedy. I know your joke.
Right.
I know, I done seen you. I'm paying money to go see you. So I know jokes, and it's no different. But what happened is everybody's mind changed when they start seeing, oh, Monique, now we see why you was making so much noise. Mm-hmm. Oh, it wasn't really so much about the money that her ass had to fucking post, like Cap and his team had to do.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what the fuck they was trying to do and why we were against it. Monique did the same thing. Here's why I was against just getting that money and why it was not enough. Do y'all see what the hell they were trying to do to me?
Right.
And then all of a sudden everybody was like, well, wait, oh.
And you got Steve Harvey's of the world saying, just go get that money.
Fuck your integrity, that money. No, that might be what you do to get your money.
Maybe it's, dang, I mean.
So listen, again, we want to know how y'all feel about it. You can hit us up on our live stream right now on YouTube. But we're finna keep it moving and we go on and wrap the show up. Well, we ain't even gonna wrap the show up because we got 30 more minutes. So let's jump into this screenshot, this conversation that I seen on my social media page from a young lady. Me and B-Rock know this young lady. So I'm definitely not gonna put no names out because this really wasn't a negative thing, but it sparked something in me that I was like, I think this is worth talking about because we're in organizations ourselves. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, damn, you know what? This will be a great conversation. So for you guys who are listening, here's what happened. So a young lady who's in a sorority teaches at a school. She sees a young lady in her sorority's t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
She approaches the young lady and she asks her, "Where did you get the shirt from? My mama gave it to me because my mother's one, my grandmother's one,
Mm-hmm.
and wore it to school." Said teacher said, "You know what, baby? You need to take that shirt off basically because that's inappropriate for you to wear because you're not of said sorority."
Mm-hmm.
And to wrap it up, what I do is I'm gonna get you a better shirt than that. Now, when I seen it, I wasn't like, yeah, that was a good thing to do. But I was feeling very indifferent by it.
Okay. What do
And
you
the
mean
reason
different?
why I felt indifferent was because earlier, maybe a week or two ago, I seen this young lady's son in
I already know what you're gonna say.
a one of our organization's outfits. And I immediately said how hypocritical for you to chastise a young lady. And I know her, she's cool as fuck. I love her. I can't wait till my daughter turns a certain age so I can tell her, say, go on and take my little daughter up under your wing so you can put her in y'all little junior organization. So this is not a negative conversation. But what made me do it, and secondly, as somebody who has brought about controversy as well on social media, I was like, I think that's very hypocritical. And how and so what I wanted to raise to the people who are listening is that is it okay to take what would they call it paraphernalia
Yeah.
from a
Paraphernalia,
person who is
merch,
not
whatever.
a merchandise for somebody who's not a part of your fraternity, sorority, uh, uh, Masonic organization? Is it okay to take it from a person that's not in your organization? Because again, I seen this young lady with her child, and it looked cute to them, and you saw no problem with it. But when I seen it, I was like, well, it didn't say future nothing. Let's keep it
Mm-hmm.
100, B.
Yeah.
It didn't say on that hat future
oh,
anything.
wow. I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that, but yeah. Okay.
So I'm asking, is it okay to remove or ask somebody for the things that somebody bought or gave them because they are not a part of your fraternity or sorority? Talk to me, B.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, come on.
So I'm gonna give you two categories of people that will be wearing that merchandise and or paraphernalia, and how I feel about both categories.
Mm-hmm.
The first we're gonna address is the high schooler. Now I feel this way about this across the board. That's a child. It's not for me to take nothing from that child.
Mm-hmm.
And regard, I don't. That's that. No, that's just me. You know, if I see, a child walking around with a shirt and has a square and compass on it, that's not for me to take anything. That's a child.
Right.
If I feel some type of way about it, I'm gonna address the adult. Let the adults do the adults. Let the children be children. I'm gonna address the adult if I really, really, really feel some type of way. So that answers my point on that one. Now, if I go to adults, not children, that have went out and purchased their own paraphernalia or whatever, it depends on how they are. If they purchase that paraphernalia and they perpetrating as what that paraphernalia represents, then yeah, I'm gonna address you. If you're wearing it and you just got the square and compass, you don't even know what it is. Just like, oh, that's hot. Let me get it.
Mm-hmm.
And you just flat out don't know. It ain't for me to take nothing from you.
Right.
I get one example of this. I give this. I don't know if you've heard this story before, but at the Grand Lodge they be having parties and stuff sometimes.
Right.
And they host some Latino communities. They be having quinceañeras and stuff up there.
Uh-huh.
And the brothers, Prince Hall Masons pull security up there sometime. Well, one day got some bros pulling security, and it's a quinceanera going on, and this Mexican guy walks out. He got on his Buddy Lee jeans with his flannel shirt tucked in real tight, cowboy belt, cowboy boots, big old belt buckle, right, with a G square and compass on it. One of the bros goes up to him, "Hey, bro, what's going on?" So on and so forth, trying to investigate. He's like, "So you know what that means?" "No, my friend. It's my belt buckle." "No, that's a square and compass." He short points at the square and compass, points at the building. If you don't know what that means, you shouldn't be wearing that. You need to give that up. The dude says, "No, my friend, it's my belt buckle." He's like, "No, you see the G?" He was like, "Yeah, the G is for George." He didn't know. He just flat out
just bought it because
he bought it because
nice. It looked good.
It looked good.
Right.
So who the fuck am I to take that from him? So I'm not gonna take nothing from a child because it's a child. I'm not gonna approach or take nothing from an adult who bought something out of ignorance.
Right.
But I will address somebody who bought something and is perpetrating to be.
Right, to be that.
Right. I don't think that kid was perpetrating to be that. And even if she was, I'ma still go to the adult.
Well, when I seen the
adults
pictures,
got to deal with adults.
Well, my thing is that I was like, you shouldn't have took it because you knew this young lady was not wearing it to perpetrate or act like she's that. You knew that she's in high school, so you knew it wasn't like, well, I'm wearing this shirt, and she didn't, and she was honest enough to say, my mother's is a.
My mama's one, my grandmother's
my grandmother's. This is from my mama. Instinctively, she should have said, "I got you."
Got you. You go
because
ahead,
your
and if you really feel some type of way, talk to the mama.
What's your mama number? But not only
then
that,
you
that's
can
your.
Because if your mama is one, then y'all can have a sister.
But that's your sorrow. And see, my thing is that it should have been okay because it was a sister.
Whether it was okay or not, you don't have that conversation with the kid. Whether it's okay or not, you had a conversation with the parent.
Right. And like I said, I was like, but she said her mama. And so it should have been okay because you know her mother's one. So it's like me as a Mason giving my son, a hat.
Right.
Or a t-shirt.
Right.
If a man approaches my son, especially if he's a real Mason.
Right.
I ain't talking about a boat.
Right.
A real Mason say, who gave that? My dad. Oh, your daddy Mason, where it's like, oh, we such and such. Okay. It should be like, okay. Because he gave that to you. It's no different than we give our wives the blue slipper to put on their car.
Right. Right.
Or my sister-in-law when she was overseas, take that with you. Word on your uniform. Yeah. Because guess what? It's gonna be a brother that's gonna ask you.
And he gonna look out for you.
He gonna ask you who gave you that. Oh, my brother-in-law gave me that because he's a Mason. Gotcha. I got you, sister. You see what I'm saying? For me, if it's that connection, mama to daughter, son children to father, that grandfather to grandson, grandmother to grandmother, then it should be one, you should get a pass.
Yeah.
Secondly, and I agree with you,
if
you should have never took it in the first place because that's a child, you're an adult.
Yeah.
And if you really felt some type of way,
address the adult that gave it to him.
Because would you have taken it off a grown ass woman if she told you no, she wasn't? No, you wouldn't, because you're not gonna have that. You're not gonna have that confrontation because you might catch them hands. Let's be real. You might catch them hands if somebody faking and pretending.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'm not. So what's gonna happen next?
Where do we go from here?
Right. Where's the next part of that conversation? Oh, I need your shirt. Man, you finna catch hands because you don't know these women out here. You don't know how that's gonna go. Somebody might give it to you because they don't know out of ignorance. I've had this happen to a brother. He's a brother now. He was my neighbor. He lived two houses down growing up. he bought a square and compass, and this is before we were Mason. This is before we became Prince Hall Mason.
Mm-hmm.
He had a square and compass necklace,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Say, man, you a Mason? Nah, why you wearing that?"
I like how it looks.
He was like, "I just like how it look." I said, "Nah, man, you don't claim something that you're not, because somebody go see that and approach you based on what they think you are because you wearing that necklace.
Right.
You don't want them approaching you and trying to ask you something, and you
You
ain't got
got
no
no
conversation.
idea.
You ain't got nothing." I said, "Say, man, take that off, because you're wearing it out of because you don't know." And now I was just had enough sense to say, "Hey, if you ain't no Mason, that's something you don't need to be wearing at all.
But
Just leave it
everybody
alone."
ain't got that sense.
Right, just hey, don't wear that. Go buy you another pendant to match your little old necklace and keep it moving. Don't wear that one. Now, needless to say, now he's actually Prince Hall Mason.
Yeah.
You know, with
And
Prince
now
Hall
he
Mason.
understands.
So now he know, of course, and now everything is cool. And I also brought it up as someone who was very controversial behind my jacket that I got made over 8 years ago, and
I remember that. I was there that day.
Oh, at the Grand. Oh, Christmas.
Yes.
Oh, you talking about that? So even outside of that, so I bought it. Okay. So by now, as y'all guys know that we are Masons on who have a show, and so I have a jacket that is very very expensive. Very, it's shit, fucking damn near close to $600. That's just literally how much that jacket costs. It is a very nice, elaborate. Be rocking the test to it. When nice. You're doing double words and all the little old animation and shit that's on it. It's those are very expensive. I literally was only maybe a couple of dollars from having my jacket, the back of my jacket in a glass. It comes with, when you pay for it, you get your jacket, and then they literally make the back of your jacket and put it in a glass. I was literally just a couple of dollars away from fucking doing it. I was like, it ain't worth it all that.
Right.
But in any case, the jacket is a Masonic jacket that says Mason on the right side. But what really the controversial part of my jacket is on the back of it, it says, "Father of them all," with a Mason with his apron, and it's real nice, and it's big, with his hands folded. Like, yeah. And at the bottom of it, it says, "Without us," in between it, it says, "Without us, there will be no you." And it has all the Greek organizations, well, except for one that I didn't add. It has all the Greek organizations on the bottom, fraternities, from in numerological, is that what it's called? Numerical, or the time that they were founded to the last one. So it goes from Alpha, Kappa, Omega. And what folks didn't like was that for the Alphas it says 1908 or 1906. 1906 with the not their
crest.
Not their crest, but it's not even their insignia. It is their
representatives.
Yeah, like they're because it's not official, and that's why it's like it's really not official, but it's like their
emoji.
Yeah, their signia.
Yeah, there we go.
It's unofficial signia of who they are, and it's for all of them. The peppermint canes crossing each other.
Oh, for the cap. Yeah, right. So, I get what you're talking about.
So because they're not. Yeah, they're symbol. It's not official. Because it ain't like it's copyrighted, it's just what's attached to them. It's like the square and compass. Mm-hmm. Nobody holds a copyright on the square and compass. You don't give a fuck. Nobody owns it. You can't never do it. That's like one of the things that you can't copyright. Mm-hmm. So I have their signia, or they little old thing on the back.
Right. Going across the bottom.
The Q, and it created so much of an uproar, man. That for years, my coat, my jacket was all over the internet. Mm-hmm. It became the number one liked jacket on by Stuff for Greeks, because I got it made by Stuff for Greeks. They made it for me. And if you guys ever went to the end of their shit, you would know that they shit just costs. They do good quality shit. It's always lifetime. If I can send it back if I see a thread. Mm-hmm. But it became their most liked jacket.
Sought after jacket.
Not only that, but it also became one of their most talked about jackets. And
Loved or hated.
yeah,
But
loved
talked
or
about.
hated, but very, very much so. It got to real life when a guy from a who's also a Mason. Uh, we were at an event, a Christmas event, and seen the jacket and was like, "You need to take this jacket off." Now, prior to that, I just keep it 100 on social media, everything else. I say, "Listen, I just tell you where I'm at." Because see, who ain't gonna save you is your organization. They're gonna tell you it's really not worth it.
Right.
They're just gonna say, yeah, it's really not worth you getting all upset and trying to do something. Because I was telling folks straight up, I can tell you where I'm at, and I would love to see you try to take my jacket from me. I'm not a little kid.
Right.
So if I feel threatened, if
I'ma
I feel
act accordingly.
some aggression, you go get this work before you do anything. If you approach me on it, and I say what my experience has been in me wearing my jacket has really been the total opposite of social media.
Right.
Because in the public and in November, see, this is when I pull it out. It ain't changed since I've been raised. From November to January, I'm gonna wear my jacket.
When all them Founders Days is
Yeah,
going up. You an asshole.
I'm gonna wear my jacket. But I didn't start wearing it because of the Founders Days, because I didn't know. I was wearing it because that's when I was raised, and the first time I wore it was at Good Street's Thanksgiving event.
Gotcha.
And so what I said was,
it just marks the day.
I would start wearing it during Thanksgiving. So like next week, I wore it like last week. I went to the grocery store. I wore it last week, but like next week, the week of Thanksgiving, I'm gonna wear my jacket up until probably January, February, and then after January, February, I put it back in the closet. I send it to the cleaners, let them clean it because it's white, and I'm gonna hang it back up in the closet till the next November, and that's why I'm gonna wear it again. And the brother was like, "Say, man, take it off," and I'm like, ugh. And it was very aggressive. I said, "Listen."
Yeah, I know who it is.
I said, and I just said, "Listen, you know, you can catch these hands behind this jacket." And what really pissed me off and what really made me upset is that this dude did this in front of my daughters, my youngest two daughters, because they were there and they was watching.
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, I can whoop you right here. We ain't gotta go outside.
Right.
You catch these hands right here. It ain't no outside. You get close enough to you go catch these hands right here. Right here. It don't matter. Fuck her outside.
Well,
I throw hands everywhere.
Right.
It don't matter. That is the one." And he was a part of a Greek organization that felt that mad when from everybody else. Like I said, social media.
Because he wasn't the only Greek there.
Right, of course he wasn't. He wasn't
not the only Greek there.
Listen, Grandmaster Apple.
Yeah.
Michael T.
Grant Tyler
is
Q.
Right, I'm gonna say
Q.
Michael T. Q. I mean,
there's a couple Kappas up there too.
If you understand, especially with what I did, and it's in relation, that's why I wanted to have this conversation when I seen that, and I was like, because I've been in that position where I'm criticized, like, you making that and, oh, that's disrespectful. Y'all ain't the father of nothing and woo, woo, woo. Well, technically we are because we were the beginning. And if you had enough common sense to say, why is it that the Rose Bowl say they the granddaddy of them all? Understand the same concept because they were the beginning of it. Why were you so upset that you can't wear this because you didn't play it? No, I can wear what I want to. Understand what I'm actually publicizing. Masonry with this big ass 1775.
Right.
I'm not publicizing y'all. I'm bringing attention to us. Because what happened in real life was, say, man, what's 1775?
Right.
Not why you got my shit at the bottom of your jacket. What's 1775? I want to know where 1775 come from. I don't give a fuck where I wear that jacket.
Right.
Unless it's a Mason approaching me, what's up, bro? Woo, woo, woo. Because I wore it to AutoZone. Didn't know a brother worked up there at AutoZone. Say, square, come on, I got you. Chopped it up with him. That's what type of attention it brings. So Greek men, what's 1775? That's in real life.
Right.
Social media, I'm like, you niggas sitting up here having a fit and getting mad. I can tell you where I'm at, and then we can see if you will take it from me.
Right.
But in real life, these dudes in your organization want to know about 1775.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that event at the Grand Lodge, I've never experienced nothing else like that. Now, mind you, Hughes are known to be huge as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Them a big boy.
Right.
You know, them some big boy. Ain't nobody never said, well, say, man, I'm gonna need you to take that off. I'm gonna need your jacket. They don't know.
They probably just look at it, ask you what 1775.
Yeah, what's 17?
Okay, that's dope.
And for me, it was the whole point of bringing light to Mason.
But see, now, and let's make sure that we well, at least from my standpoint, what I would think, we ain't saying this is any one organization. This is an individual,
right?
That just happens to be the part of an organization,
right?
Acting like that,
right? Yeah. That's really what it was, because, and like I said, with this young lady, because we don't know how this young lady felt. For somebody to tell her to take this, because the narrative is only been told on one side. I can imagine when she got home how her mama felt.
Yeah, what her mama said.
Because the narrative was only stated from your point of view, not the students, not the mothers. And then I'm like, grandmother. But you thought it was okay for your child to be an event that didn't say future nothing. It didn't say future noble. It didn't say future anything. It was suit and hat. And it read clearly the temple that we were from. And I was like, so it was cool for you to do, because that's your child.
Right.
The dude you mess with.
Wow.
But when the shoe was on the other foot, you will remove a young lady's t-shirt that her mother gave her.
Wow.
That meant something to you to have your son in it. You didn't think about what it meant for this young lady and this mother to share something. Did it really have to say future anything? Because I won't let my son, my wife will put on our red companion t-shirt. She didn't read the front of it where it said companion. Remember when we had them red shirts that had hashtag? Oh no, it was companion with the.
Yeah.
She walking around in the house in it. She ain't paid attention to what it said. She just thought it was one of my little red t-shirts. And I'm sitting on the couch and I look, say, hey, don't ever wear that shirt out nowhere.
Right.
Now you can wear that in here.
This is a safe space.
Don't wear that shirt out nowhere. I say, you have on my Masonic t-shirt. Oh, I didn't know. I say, it's cool here.
Right. We good.
Because it's my t-shirt, you in the house.
Right.
Don't wear that shit to no grocery store. Don't wear it just because I'm running to the corner store, to the beauty supply.
No.
Don't wear that outside of here. Oh, okay. Now, she didn't take it in no negative way, but she understood you don't want the confrontation.
Right. That could come from that.
That could come from. Because then somebody going to be like, well, why you on that shirt? You should be wearing your husband. No, just wear it in here. Mm-hmm. Just don't wear it outside there. Now after that, now it's like, okay, let me not even try to even get that shirt. Let me pick another t-shirt and keep it moving. And so that's why I was asking, was it appropriate? Is it appropriate to take paraphernalia from somebody who's not a part of your organization?
Again, if they're a child, I'm not taking them from a child. And then when it comes to adults, whether it's ignorance, if it's ignorance, do whatever, man.
Right.
You know, I don't need to have this exchange. The only time that I would even see it remotely being an exchange is if you're perpetrating.
Right. You on some fake shit.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm out of such and such, and you lying.
Right.
But that will mean you are kind of like out of school. You know, you in your 20s or
Exactly.
But a child. You know, there's no more than 16.
If I feel that.
I just didn't think that it was her place to remove it, because how short our memory is and not thinking. I wonder how brothers felt when I allowed my child to put it on. Just
Yeah.
because folks were smiling and probably thought it was cute, you don't know if it offended
anybody.
Listen, you know we got nicer Pythagoras, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know Sir Nice.
Yeah.
You know how many Sir Nice was offended because they are labeled Sir Nice? Niggas, y'all know the difference between the Knights Temple of Sir Nice and the damn Knights of Pythagoras, right. Sir Nice. You mad at a name. They ain't, listen, that ritual ain't nothing like ours. No. I don't know if you a Sir Nice, my nigga, for Knights of Pythagoras.
No, I was gonna say, huh?
No, I know you're a Sir Nice, but I'm talking about, you ain't.
So, no, I'm
listen, say them boys got their own ritual, and they treat your way. Look, I'm a Sir Knight in the Knights of Pythagoras. And it is funny as hell letting young men initiate you. Listen, I got initiated at the Grand Lodge. When they were doing something what it was. So they over there where the sisters meet in OS. Mm-hmm. So they got their whole thing, up and had to be blindfolded and the whole night. It's so funny how they, cause that's like, boy, y'all, I can't wait till y'all come on through here. Yeah. Right. Y'all think y'all coming through it like that. Yeah, we're gonna show y'all what it really is. But like I said, for the same thing, I felt you should have handled it another way. Somebody who's been in a position, I know me, I would have said, no, I'm good. Mm-hmm. It ain't gonna happen. My mama gave it to me. My daddy.
Yeah, I was that kid in high school.
Yeah, my daddy gave it to me, and so if you got a problem with it, what you gonna do? You go holler at my mama, and my mama go probably take you to kiss her ass because I bought it for you.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have me getting in
trouble. Cause see, the minute
when I come home without the shirt.
Yeah, cause I'm sure you didn't call then. I guarantee you didn't make that call and say, hey, I took your daughter's shirt, because mama's gonna say, who gives you the right? And I'm a sister.
Yeah.
So what gives you the right to take something from my child? Mm-hmm. And I thought about it. I wonder what would have happened if somebody took that hat from your son and made a big fuss, even though he was a baby. It didn't matter what it was. That'd
have been a problem.
Yeah, it would have been a problem. And so, like I said, I just felt some type of way, for you guys that's listening. I don't care if you're in a fraternity, sorority, whatever. It ain't never cool to remove paraphernalia from somebody, because let a fool be a fool, even if they know it ain't worth it. And I'm coming from somebody. It's coming from somebody who had to tell niggas, don't lose your life behind what's on my jacket. Don't do it. I'm gonna protect me at all costs. I had to tell a brother on Facebook, you can see me at Grand Session. You got a problem with what's on the back of my jacket? I'm gonna be at Grand Session. You can see me and then we can talk about it, because see, on social media you talking.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you where I'm at, and I'm gonna tell you straight up. The minute I feel like I gotta defend myself, you gonna lose, because I'm gonna protect me at all costs.
There you go.
You ain't talking to no child. And it's sad that I have to go there instead of you understanding what it really is about. It ain't about trying to wear nobody else's shit. It's about bringing light to 1775. For a brother who got tired of hearing on radio shows, Ricky Smiley, Steve Harvey, and all the fuck they do is talk about is what? They Greek organizations. You never heard nobody talking about and representing what? Prince Hall Mason. And so I said, you know what? Fuck that. Let me change the narrative and let me put a big 1775 on back of that bitch. Let me show you what it really is. And if you get offended by it, I want you to get offended. I want to put on that bitch.
So we can have a conversation.
Yeah. I want you to say, hey, what you mean by that? Mm-hmm. What do you mean without us there be no you? Yeah. Y'all think y'all got this real shit from the white boys? Where you think the white boys get it from? You know what I'm saying? Who's the oldest fraternity in the world? Prince Hall Masonry. Not Prince Hall Masonry, but Masonry in general. Black-wise, Prince Hall Masonry. So where do you think you get the fraternal organizational structure from? Y'all have meetings. Y'all have handshakes. Y'all have rituals. Who in the fuck gave them to you? You didn't have to copy that shit word for word.
Their founders were
Prince Hall Masons. They were Eastern Stars. They were Arrows of Jericho. But then you turn around, somebody will say, well, they ain't got no ties. I have to tell a brother, you know what, that's a lie. Because I know the blue and white. Phi Beta Sigma. I think that's You know what they call their line brothers?
What's that?
Square. Where the fuck you get the word square from? What the hell you mean? I had a brother say who from Phi Beta Sigma say, yeah, that's where we got that from. We call brothers on the line squares. Fuck you, come on, man. So I'm like, listen, it don't matter. Y'all getting upset behind some shit that at the end of the day, like I said, y'all little old head guys or whatever they call, they ain't gonna be there to give you no money. They not gonna defend you. Cause like I said, if this young lady was an adult, I wonder if
It
it
would have
would
went
have
down
been
that
taken.
way.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't have went down that way. You knew you could tell this young lady to give it to you. She saw you as an
authority
authority,
figure.
and it was either do it or I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble. And I'm like, nah. What you should have said, hey little sister, thank you for repping. And really try to create a moment from it. You follow what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Create a moment from it. You know, if she,
I think that
see,
in
if
her
your mama
mind,
told you,
I think in her mind, she did think she created a moment when she said, "I'm gonna get you a better one."
but by that time the damage was done. Cause see,
Yeah.
you got sweet at the end after you got what you wanted, which is I don't need you wearing my sorority's t-shirt because you're not that. Now you might have been nice about it, but it was real nasty. You cleaned it up by saying, I can get you a better one than that. Only thing you gonna do is probably buy her one that says future such and such. But even then, by that time, you've already implanted in this young lady an impression on you. And what I'm saying is that the moment could have been created to where if I would have seen the little brother who had on the Square and Compass t-shirt and it went through that same process, if I played it out and he said, especially if I found out he was a real Mason,
Right.
I would have said, say, man, your daddy gave that to you. That's a privilege to wear. Now, I don't know what you gonna be on in life because you know we can pick and choose this thing.
Right.
But wear it proud, but don't wear it all the time. Now you might be able to wear it here because I know.
Right.
But understand that outside of here,
it might not go the same.
It might not go the same way.
But see, what you just created was a desire for that kid to want to go dig. Now
right.
It's a privilege. Let me go.
Now I done put it in his head. I done ran across somebody who done co-signed because I don't know how he might see his daddy.
But that's he might co-sign. They don't even know your daddy.
Just because how I handled it with him.
Yeah.
So now I done left an impression in him that, oh, this must be what's up.
Yeah.
It's no different than, man, I used to wear, we was looking at some pictures, and we used to wear my uncles and them football pads and shit when they played at Skyline.
Mm-hmm.
We had my grandparents and shit. We got the helmets on and all that. Well, that was my introduction to football through my uncles.
Mm-hmm.
Because we looked up to them, and so we wanted to go into football.
Right.
It was never any negative behind it. So for us, it was like, well, shit, Chris and Don play football.
We're going to play football.
We're going to play football. Hey, we want to play football. And that's kind of how it works because we see folks playing football and folks we know.
Mm-hmm.
So again, why could you not have made it a better experience than let me get that up out of you? Because it's almost like a bully shit. It was damn near bully. And I ain't trying to harp on it, but I'm like,
yeah,
this is something that happens because I see it happen with brothers. Oh, let me get that light up out for you. Who your WM? First of all, don't ask me shit outside of the lodge or anything.
Right.
Don't ask me questions. Because I'm going to tell you straight up. Before you ask me, I'm going to ask you questions too.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you what I ask, you ain't going to answer. So listen, this is where I'm from. This is who I am. Let's keep it moving.
Right.
Because I heard this shit all the time. Man, I had to take that up out of them. And I heard them stories. I'm like, right. I wish it was me.
Right.
Because you think I'm a fool behind my jacket. Because I ain't said something you didn't like.
Right.
I didn't answer something that's correctly. You know how wide masonry is? Where shit I know, other brothers might not know. And the shit that they know, I'm not going to know. Because we studied probably two different things. We might be on two different levels. So how can I turn around and so-called, this is what they use, try you. I be telling boys, y'all need to go
Leave
to
the folks, leave these folks alone.
Listen, you don't even know what try mean if you think that mean going up to a brother thinking I need to go and back and forth with you asking questions. You need to go back and research.
Right.
That ain't really what that mean. That ain't what that mean.
Nah.
I had to try him. No, Negro, it was never about the other person, fool. It's about you. You ain't trying nobody else but you.
Right.
Listen, we can have, man, that's a whole nother conversation. But it goes back to that's how they getting that shit from. Say, man, give me your license plate, give me your ring. Boy.
Haven't been tried. Yeah.
Come on, man. Look, I'm like, dude, stop. That ain't really what they mean. First of all, go back to whoever taught you and tell them, teach me what they really mean. Because that don't mean come up to me. Right. That don't mean ask questions. I done already been tried. Right. I'm tried every day. Have you been tried is the question, and that's what you missed. But listen, with that being said, man, we're going to wrap up this show. We had another great Sunday of the Petty Crew Podcast radio show.
Indeed.
With your host, Ballsy Rock.
Indeed.
And again, like us on all your social media platforms. Please subscribe to us on your YouTube so that way you can get a notification every Sunday.
And make sure you hit the notification bell.
Definitely want to do that. You can catch us on all your podcasting platforms because this will be up on our podcasting platforms. We want to thank you for another great Sunday. Same time, same place next Sunday. We are up out of here.
Salute.
I don't know if we can talk or not while the music going, so.
I don't know.
No, you know what? I don't think we can because I'm looking at it playing right now, so we good. Man, that was cool. That was
already.
Cool.